What's up, everybody? Happy Saturday afternoon. This is AWO, Air Warder. So, okay, my topic here. Let's get on with it. Why Robert Pattison is the best Batman, and why Matt Reeves, the director of the Batman, gets Batman. That's going to be the topic of the day. But first, I want to get a few things out of the way. I'm expecting some stuff to be delivered up to my condo in the next week. Few days to a week, some Batman related stuff, and some other non-Batman related stuff. So be on the lookout. I'll definitely make a video on this stuff. I'm also planning maybe a stream or a video of fan casting for the Batman universe, characters from the Batman comics or wherever you like to see, and what actors or actor you like to play. For example, I only got two right now, not Mr. Freeze, but Talia al Ghul and Arnold Wesker of Chronicus. I'm looking for more. I'm looking for Vicky Vale. What kind of actress? A redheaded actress could play Vicky Vale. I'm looking for somewhere in between the 30s to the 40s. So Jessica Chastain is not in that. Jessica Chastain is not in that realm of possibility. Someone between maybe Kate Mira's age or Bryce Howard's age. Karen Gillian. I'm just giving suggestions, not the people I'm suggesting. I don't think Karen Gillian it would be a good Vicky Vale actually. I'm kind of leaning towards more Kate Mira as a Vicky Vale. But if she's a redhead, that's according to Google, she's a redhead. But I already have my Talia al Ghul and Arnold Wesker, and I'm looking for Vicky Vale, and I'm going to be looking for Poison Ivy, Mr. Freeze. I have a couple in mind for Mr. Freeze, whether it's between 30 and 50 for Mr. Freeze in age. I have people for that, like actors in mind for like that. So yeah, so let's get to the topic at hand. Why Matt Reeves' Batman is the best Batman. And before we do that, I'm going to invite people on, of course. Why Robert Pattison is the best Batman and how how Matt Reeves gets Robert Pattinson's Batman. I want to say hi to George first. Hi to George. Hello, George. Welcome to be here. The Reeves verse. Yes! That's what I'm calling it. So, while I'm on that, let me put my headset. I got a water. It's actually a nice day where I am. Being invitations. George, I'm looking for you, my friend. There we go. I think I'll say upper one here. So come on board. So I know a lot of people were up in arms by yesterday's news by Grace Randolph. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm just going to say, just wait and see. But I'm one of those people say there's a chance, there's always a chance, but what she's saying, but it's Grace Randolph. She's been her DC stuff, not her DC stuff, but her Warner Brothers stuff actually has been far from being truthful. She gets a lot of things wrong, especially on the Warner Brothers side of things. So take it with a grain of salt. And getting to Bat Reeves. Oh, sorry about that. To that, I have George here. Hey, George.
Oh, hello.
Sorry, speak again.
Hey, how's it going?
Okay. Now try. Which okay.
Can you hear me now?
Okay. What the hell? Which plug? Excuse me. Can I hear you now? Let me. I'm just gonna hear talk.
Hello?
Okay. Okay, talk.
Hello?
There we go. There we go. Okay,
Alright.
thank you. Hey, that dude Vince. Welcome aboard. So I was just gonna say, George. But basically, I'm just gonna get out of this way. I was talking about Grace Randolph. She said Ben Affleck like one of the cuts. Ben Affleck lives, right? I've
Yeah.
been saying that for. I've been saying there's a possibility that he lives on. He lives on. It does or dies. I'm just saying there's a possibility he does live on. It's just that he may be he may be erased or something or whatever. It does not necessarily die physically.
Or like what if
And
he just has like a happy ending and
oh yes,
Keaton takes over? Because what if like here's an idea I've heard around the internet. What if like when Barry's going back in time, he prevents Affleck's parents from dying and like he has
and
a
he
happy
becomes
ending?
Michael Keaton's Batman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like people like because here's the thing, like just Grace also brought up how Keaton is still going to be the Batman of the DCEU.
and
That's what
what
people keep forgetting. She is saying that Keaton is still going to be Batman.
and he also forgot. She's just not. This is not the new management making these decisions. It's still the regime that's in charge right now.
Exactly. Like here's the thing. This is the same scenario that Marvel was dealt with when they delayed their slate. They want more time to work on these
Yeah.
VFX effects. In the case of Black Adam, improve the movie maybe.
And I think Ben Affleck's on good terms with Warner Brothers and the DC. I think while he was going through a rough time with his life and the Batman, his version of Batman and whatever projects he was working on, I don't think it's like that. I think the relationship is with him and Warner Brothers is repaired. I think he like Andy Muschiani's script and how they're gonna do his Batman. I think people are reading more than there is to this. I don't think it's really a big deal. I just think the relationship is repaired between the regime that's not the new regime coming in, but the regime that's been charged with these DCU movies coming out and Ben Affleck. I just think it's not. This is nothing. If you know this, Grace didn't say it has anything to do with the Snyderverse.
Yeah, like here's the thing. I said even before like it seemed like Affleck was done. I said just because they may bring back Affleck and Cavill, because I always said that's always on the table,
Cavill is most likely to come
does
back.
not mean Snyder's gonna come back. Like
She didn't
because there
say
were
Snyder. She didn't say Snyder.
because didn't I remember like Daniel Reichman or one of the more reliable scoopers said like HBO Max did offer Ben Affleck like a limited series at one point. So like they've always been those two have always been on the table. I think Affleck and Cavill, not never Snyder. Like just because let's say okay Ben Affleck does like another project or two, that does not mean Snyder's going to come back. That's what people need to need to understand about this as well.
Yeah, because same people they only read one tweet from Grace. They didn't read the rest of what she's saying. That's it.
I mean, yeah, it'd be nice to see like him in like another project or two, like maybe like a proper conclusion that doesn't involve getting erased or something like that. But regardless, that does not mean Snyder's going to get involved.
Mm-hmm. You didn't say anything about Zack Snyder. Nothing.
No, she just said like he's open
Ben Affleck.
to. Yeah, she just said Ben Affleck's open to returning, and his character and his version of Batman is not likely going to
Say,
die.
so you know what that tells me? The relationship has been repaired with the regime, is the current regime. That's all it tells me. Like they're on good terms. There's nothing to do with Zack Snyder or the new or Zaslav. It just tells me that what the relationship between the two, it's they're otherwise Ben I don't think Ben would be in this and I don't think Ben would be in the Flash movie.
Yeah, like here's the thing, like he
They don't
went
think of that. They don't think like that.
they don't realize that look he was under there was a lot of stress with filming Justice League. Like if this was like coming off of like Batman versus Superman where he said hey I had a lot of fun, I enjoyed filming this movie, then it would be then like yeah he'd be more open to doing more of this. But because Justice League was such a messy situation, he didn't want to do anymore.
Yeah. But he probably Warner Brothers and Animation they probably talked to him about how they could use this character in this movie, and I bet you Animation was one of the few who convinced him to be in this movie.
Yeah.
It's like they did. They don't. It's just. It's
Well, a part of me wonders, like, did they go for Ben Affleck when they couldn't get Ray Fisher to return? Is the question, because Ray Fisher was supposed to be in this movie.
that relationship is beyond repair right
That
now.
that's beyond repair. Like, that's another thing people need to realize. Just because like Affleck's open to returning and he may not get killed off and can possibly return, as well as like if they can work something out with Cavill, because Cavill does want to return, does not mean Ray Fisher's going to return.
Here's the thing.
You're only going to have most of them if they all come back.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Gal Gadot, Jason Momoa, Affleck, they all had bad experience with Justice League, right? The crappy one,
Yeah.
2017, but they all kind of blame it on Joss Whedon. Ray Fisher blamed it on everybody from who was in charge. Like basically blame Hamada, Emmerich, Jeff Johns, Whedon, basically everybody. Those other actors I just mentioned only blame they didn't like working on the movie because of Joss Whedon, but they had no issues with the other management. Hamada wasn't even around then. Like,
Yeah, that's kind of where I kind of started to sour on Ray. Like, I was on Ray's side until he started going after Hamada.
yeah, exactly. That's why he's not in this. That's why he's not in the Flash movie because they cut ties with him. If he was just going after Joss Whedon and stuff like that, he might still have a job with Warner in the Flash movie.
I mean, like, I don't know, like is he going that like I don't know, like people are saying, oh, he's going after Hamada because he think Hamada's protecting Jeff Johns, but it's like, is it just more than that at this point though?
Oh yeah, like here's the thing, Jeff Johns.
Like,
Jeff
I
Johns
don't
is
think.
employed by Warner Brothers because he does the comics and all that stuff. He oversees everything. Like it's a bigger issue. It's not like Hamada doesn't have the power to fire Jeff Johns.
And like, here's the thing. I think after Wonder Woman 1984, Jeff Johns' like role in the movies is like basically non-existent. Like, look at how much better the Suicide Squad and like the Batman turned out compared to Wonder Woman 1984 when he had a big say in it.
Yeah, yeah. Like the thing is, the Warner Brothers, the other people are thinking Warner Brothers is not doing well. But look, I'm like, guys, Peacemaker, Batman's have been well received, but you gotta understand, DC is not just one project. They have HBO, Euphoria with Zendaya. I probably pronounced it wrong. It's a big hit.
Yeah,
Game
I'm
of
like,
Thrones.
I started getting into that show actually, but I'm only on episode 3.
They gotta look at the bigger picture just instead of one section of their properties or IPs. They
Yeah,
gotta look
like,
at the
yeah, because like again, like, what if like in this Discovery deal, like they decide to focus more so on, let's say, the Wizarding World, like for HBO Max instead of theaters.
what if they
That
announce Harry Potter universe exactly.
like that's always something on the table because Harry Potter's the other big like franchise for them.
Yeah, and they got Game of Thrones coming out, like House of Targaryen. I don't know when that is, but they got that, and Game of Thrones is a big franchise too.
And like
Money
Cartoon
making.
Network spin-offs, like I know they have like an Adventure Time spin-off. Like, I don't know, there was like someone's like trying to bring, someone said there's like a rumor that like the creator of like that old show Kids Next Door is like starting to work with HBO Max on something, like maybe that canceled spin-off Galactic Kids Next Door. I'm not sure how true that is, but I wouldn't be surprised if like they start doing more Cartoon Network spin-offs.
DC is not the reason Zaslav would get rid of Emmerich or sign off.
It's
DC is
like,
not the.
I mean, here, like I said, at the end of the day, I feel like, with the exception of Ray Fisher, I think anyone is open to returning, but they're not going to return the way you want the Snyder fans want them to return.
Exactly.
That's what I was saying before, like months before, like it sounded like Affleck was done the role. I said,
Yeah.
If Affleck returns, he's not
Everybody,
going to return the way you want him to return.
everybody yesterday was jumping to the gun, jumping ahead. In the racetrack, you get disqualified if you jump before the gun. That's what
Because I
everybody was doing yesterday.
and they're missing the important thing that Grace still had on there. Michael Keaton is still going to be Batman.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Are best on purpose though.
It's like I don't know. This is why like I've moved away from Snyder talk because I feel like it's become like Star Wars, where for me personally, I do enjoy the Snyderverse, but I don't enjoy talking about it.
No, no, neither do I. I just like to talk DC. And look, I don't care if they bring back Snyder, let him do the finished movies. I'm open for it. I like to see an interpretation. I'm open for it because I'm open to whatever to all interpretations of comic book movies. Of characters. I'm open to that. I'm always been like that. Um, I make bring it on, bring it on.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm open to moving on. Like just earlier
Yeah.
today, like I think like I mentioned this before, my friend does a site called the Movie Nerds,
Yes, I know.
and my
Yeah.
next article is gonna be on the confirmed like television shows with the Batman and like the rumored ideas that Matt Reeves has, like Mr. Freeze and Hush.
I
I'm ready to move on as well. I want to talk
I
about
already
other stuff.
I already have a fan casting for Talia al Ghul and Arnold Wesker.
Like I want to celebrate what's working right now, and like the Batman's making money right now.
Yes, yes. The Batman it just cost 400 million.
Like here's the thing, it's not gonna make No Way Home money, but it's probably gonna make
No.
like the second or third most money post pandemic.
Yeah, it's not gonna.
Until Doctor Strange comes along, but
And because it has like about less than 40 days to go once it goes on HBO Max because it's a 45-day window, right? Between it comes on
yeah.
the official date on the 4th of March, even though some people got to see it earlier, but on the official date, that's when the countdown begins.
But
Yeah.
again, it's the whole situation's like gotten like frustrated
And
and
Grace's Warner Brothers stuff. She's got a lot. She in the past she's got a lot of like she's getting a lot of heat for Warner Brothers stuff. She doesn't
yo,
really have the best track record of Warner Brothers.
well, she's
You know,
argued with Kathy Yam and James Gunn, and I think even James Wan called her out one time. Like those are three DC directors.
she doesn't have the best track record of Warner Brothers. I'll tell you that.
I like here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think she probably has a better track record with Marvel.
Yeah.
But then again, some of the things she gets for Marvel come from Daniel Reichman sometimes.
Okay, so this like she goes after Jessica Chastain and like I think
Here's
was
the
it?
thing. My
Yeah.
trust with Grace Randolph really kind of shook. Not the Kathy Yam thing. It was actually the Pedro Pascal thing. When she just like doubled down on Pedro Pascal, like leaving when he basically said he wasn't.
Yeah.
And like he was in the middle. I mean, he was in the book of Boba Fett.
Yeah. Like and he's gonna do season 3.
I mean,
Like
I'll be honest. I trust Grace Randolph more than a certain Sutton, but like she gets stuff wrong too. Like,
she
why are
gets
we now
lost.
trusting Grace's word when it's something you want to hear?
Exactly.
Like back in January, when she said Snyderverse was basically dead, everyone jumped on her. And then when she says, "Hey, there's hope for Ben Affleck," they're like, "Ooh, she's onto something." And it's
It
like,
doesn't necessarily mean Snyderverse. Ben
and
Affleck.
it doesn't necessarily mean she's right though.
Hey,
But it's like,
Jason Momoa is coming back with his movie. Gal Gadot's gonna get one more 3. Does that mean Snyderverse is happening again?
oh,
Exactly.
I
They're
mean,
missing that. They don't think like that like us, man.
here's the thing. There's been those rumors that Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman might appear in Shazam 2. Does that mean like Shazam: Fury of the Gods is gonna be Snyderfied?
Look, here's the thing. Here's the thing, George. I think you're like me. If I see evidence and more evidence that's leaning towards the Snyderverse being restored, Snyder's coming back to Warner Brothers, I'll be on that side. But I don't see it. I mean,
Yeah. And look, I would like to see it continue, but at the same time, I gotta be realistic and manage my expectations.
YouTube is not realistic at all.
Yeah, and like honestly, I just feel bad for Brian Master of None, who looks like he's lost his soul every time it's brought up.
I can't go on streams talk about the Snyderverse anymore. I mean, if they just want mean, not it's getting to a point where I can't talk DC on streams anymore.
Yeah. And that's not a dig on Brian. I love Brian.
Ain't
It's
at
just I
all.
feel bad for him every time DC talk
I know.
happens and he's just like
When you
exhausted.
see me, it's starting to do it to me too. Like
Yeah.
it's it's bad. So yeah, I have my reasons why Patterson's the best Batman because he is Batman basically for the whole film. like anybody, because that's pretty much the truth, right? He is Batman. He doesn't want to be
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne, so I thought the way Matt Reeves portrayed him is accurate to the comics, especially Telltale games. That you could tell he doesn't care about being Bruce Wayne, and that's what Bruce, in anything, doesn't care about being really Bruce Wayne, right? He's not afraid of die, but he's afraid to live, stuff like that. He's not. I feel like his struggle being he's struggling being this Batman. His struggle is for what reason he's trying to protect Gotham, and the realization what he needs to do to protect. And look at this, look right. That beginning is all about vengeance, and you see what vengeance created, and he has to change. Right, he has to change that belief from vengeance to hope. And you saw how the ending, the people started believing him. They're not like the citizens, the criminals were afraid, but the civilians were also afraid until the ending, where they start believing in him. Ben Affleck's Batman.
Yeah.
Well, I did like Ben Affleck's Batman. BVS. He was never like even though he was a more disgruntled, angry Batman, because he's been a veteran Batman. But if you could tell in that movie, they talk about Batman like it's been like this for his whole career, his whole time as Batman. Like Henry Cavill as Clark Kent says, talks about the vigilante Batman. Like Batman's been like basically saying like Batman's been like this for 20 years. Like he's been the same kind of person for 20 years, you know?
Yeah, I feel like they should have explained that better because it's like here's the thing. I feel like they should have established that like ever since Robin died, he was like branding criminals and
Yeah.
stuff instead of like making it seem like it's been that way forever. Because like to me, like Batman, like you gotta push Batman over the edge for him to start doing something like drastic like that.
But it sounds like it was over the edge for 20 years.
Yeah, I mean, like I know the one deleted scene, like when like the one guy that like Clark Kent's talking to, he's saying like there's a new kind of anger inside of him or something, or a new kind of mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I wish they would have established that because first of all, I kind of want to know like how long has it been since Robin died, and they don't really establish that.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, I think the plan like what was the plan? Like, I know Zack Snyder wanted to do 3 movies, right? But were they gonna explain how he died in Justice League 2 or 3, or would Suicide Squad explain that with the Joker? I mean, what are they gonna play other spin-offs explain? I mean, they did talk about a Nightwing movie. I remember they did announce a Nightwing movie in 2016, I think it was, with the Chris McKay or Andy McKay, one of the McKays. And unfortunately, that was supposed to be Dick Grayson, and then all of a sudden, Zack Snyder um, basically said that Robin was that died was Dick Grayson, and
Which
that
to
kind of
me was not a smart move. Like you can do Jason Todd and like have like one of Ben Affleck's solo films be Under the Red Hood.
yeah, this is a 20 yeah, it's a 20-year veteran, yeah, right, like or 20 to 25 veteran Batman, probably. So, that's why you could do a Patterson's Batman. No, Patterson's Batman is probably like between 28 and 30, because if I time the appearance death, it's probably between 8 and 11. So I'll probably say his Batman's 28 to 31, a little bit older than the typical comic book Batman, because the comic book Batman is 25, right? But this is still probably the youngest Batman we got. Well, no, I think Ben Affleck's Batman might be the youngest Batman because when you started
Well,
out, because
he
this,
must have began younger. Like I'm gonna
uh,
assume like Ben Affleck's Batman by the time BBS happened was like in his mid 40s because
oh
that's
yeah,
how
so
old
yeah,
Ben Affleck was. And usually character actors that are older usually play like younger characters. So I'm gonna say
yeah,
like mid 40s. Like he was probably like 25, 26 when he started out. Maybe
yeah,
24. I don't know.
yeah, exactly. So this is why I like how they're going to introduce Robin. We know they're going to introduce Robin. It's probably gonna be like it's not gonna be Chris O'Donnell's age Robin. We have a teenage Robin. It's
Oh
gonna be
god, I just rewatched Batman Forever before because I'm gonna do the review on that tomorrow, and like
it's you know what? It's not a bad movie.
It's not a bad movie, but like here's the thing. Chris O'Donnell, I think, was 25 in that movie. Like he looks older than like Tom Holland at 25. It's like no way am I buying that Chris O'Donnell is some teenager that needs to like or like college age like student that needs to like crash with some rich guy.
Yeah, I think this Robin in Matt Reeves' universe will probably be like, I don't know, be 10 to 12 years old, maybe.
Yeah, like he's gonna probably like be like around that age.
Yeah, yeah. They want to start him very young. Where DCU, that Batman, the Robin there is gonna be more of an. It's gonna be Nightwing. I think that's the plan. Have the DCU Robins gonna be Nightwing from Batgirl, and then Dick Grayson and the Reeves universe is gonna be like a younger version of Dick Grayson, obviously, like a eight, maybe not an 8-year-old, but maybe like a 10 to a 13-year-old, maybe.
Yeah, like an
Yeah,
actual like preteen or like teenager kind of age, I think.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I think it'll probably be older. Maybe like I don't know how old Kamala Khan is gonna be in the Miss Marvel, but maybe around there, maybe.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing that you're definitely gonna see, I think, in the second movie. Bruce Wayne actually helping out more, be more
Yeah,
active.
that's what they're planning to do. See, that's the thing where like, look, I'll give credit. Like Ben Affleck's Batman, he played both Bruce Wayne and Batman as the public playboy figures he has to, right?
Yeah.
Oh wait, great, right? Because he has to.
Yeah.
But
I always said like even though like Pattinson and Keaton might be my favorite Batman, Bale is my favorite Bruce Wayne.
Bruce, yeah, Bale's my favorite. And look, people compare Bale's origins to Patterson's origins a little bit because we have or like, when Bale's Batman went on a journey to discover himself, you could tell he's like not to. You could tell he's all sad and depressed. You could tell he has anger inside of him, kind of
Yeah.
like right. And he goes to the League Assassins to harness that. I know, Blind Bill. I'm sorry. To harness, right?
Also, like in The Dark Knight Rises, John Blake brought up how like he remembered when he was in the orphanage, like when Bruce Wayne would like come, like he had this fake smile and he saw the anger
Yeah,
inside of him.
yeah. And look, and in the Dark Knight, where you could see Bruce Wayne as his playboy self, but Rachel Dawes, because Rachel Dawes, they grew up together. He knows that's all an act, right?
Yeah.
Like, like, right? Bruce Wayne hosted a party, and then that, right, stuff like that. That got obviously, Joker crashed.
Yeah.
Rachel saw all an act, even right, like that's all an act.
Yeah.
Well,
Also, like when he took the Russian ballet like out to sea to as a way to like get to Hong Kong.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
And also like the buying of like the restaurants and the hotels, like swimming with the models, like
Oh yeah, I just bought this hotel. I love that.
or like, oh, I'm sure they will. I own the place.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like yeah. What's up? Welcome aboard, Lil Wayne. Is that?
like like I don't know if like Pattinson will be like will be the playboy, but I can see him like attending events
He'll be more
more, like
public,
making
yeah,
more like donations.
because he has to. Because he, this is, I think the ending. He could at the ending. He could, he could give hope as two ways, right? As Batman, like he realized that, and as Bruce Wayne, where he can help out Gotham, we recover from the flood. And you know what? After there's enough recovering from the flood, he can still help out Gotham as Bruce Wayne, right? Like stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think like learning more of the truth about his family and like realizing like
Yeah.
that like despite the mistakes they made, they still wanted to help the city. I think that will also be like a like give him a new like rejuvenation of like helping the city in similar ways to what his parents wanted to do.
There's always gonna be the playboy side of Bruce Wayne because all the women are gonna go after him.
Yeah, like here's the thing, like Batman the animated series, like
Wayne.
they still kind of pulled it off without like going over PG.
I would like to introduce him. Silver St. Cloud would be great. I agree. I do like to introduce him Vicky Vale. And no, I'm not talking about Kim Basinger, but I'd like to introduce Vicky Vale. Have Vicky Vale be involved. Like the Bruce Wayne and the Batman stuff. I don't know until right. I like to see that. I like Vicky, and I don't know. Like I've been doing a fan casting, guys. If you're listening, I have 2 fan casts for Talia al Ghul and Arnold Wesker. Now these are just fan casting for. This is just potential fan casting. At my point,
They're probably
I'm
better
looking
than
for I'm looking for Vicky Vale. And I'm looking for a redhead actress. Between 25 and 40. 40? 40? No, I don't think people want Vicky Vale to be the villain though. I don't know.
well,
I'm
I'm sure
looking
your
for a
fan
redhead
castings
actress.
are better
Yeah.
than Grace Randolph's.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, I mean, I don't think. I think if it's an older version, I think my pick might be Kate Mara. But I don't know if Kate. According to Google, Kate Mara is a redhead. Maybe Kate Mara. Um. I don't know who else. Like, Jessica Chastain's too old for me. Like, I mean, she's in the 40s, but I'm more of a younger Vicky Vale. Karen Gillian. Some people want Karen Gillian's age. I don't think Karen Gillian is. I don't see Karen Gillian as Vicky Vale. I'll be honest with you. I'll be strict. Um, Kate Mara is one of my options. Who else? I know there's somebody else. Maybe Bryce Dallas Howard could be a Vicky Vale. Um, but yeah, I'm planning to do Poison Ivy too. I'm planning to do something like that. So for others that should go for Talia al Ghul, I got Eliza Gonzalez. I think you all know who she is. She's from the well, she was in a TV series based on the George Clooney movie, Quentin Tarantino's movie. What was it called? The Vampires. Damn, it's
Dust to Dawn.
Dust to Dawn. Yeah, she was on. That's how she got known, right, on the show because they had a show for that, right? Dust to Dawn. She played Selma Hayek's character basically on the show, right? Now you know her from that Baby Driver. Remember Baby Driver? John Hamm's girlfriend.
I really never got to see Baby Driver. I wanted though.
She's in that. She's in Fast and the Furious. She's in. Wasn't she Hobbs and Shaw or Fast and the Furious? One of them.
I can't remember.
Yeah, and I got for Arnold Wesker. Oh, great actor, John Lithgow. Because he looks like him. The hair. You know why I got John Lithgow playing Arnold Wesker? Because John Lithgow, the guy can act. I know a lot of people like Third Rock from the Sun is one of his best shows, but if you've seen him play a serial killer or a serious criminal, the guy can act out of his mind. Guy's such a great actor. And I think you played Arnold Wesker very well. What do you think?
Yeah, it probably could work.
Yeah. Yeah. And for Mr. Freeze, like I have 2 options. If you want to keep a bald person, maybe Mark Strong, but I don't see it.
I feel like he would be overused by DC because he was Sinestro and then he was in Shazam. Like you don't want to run into a situation where like you start overusing him for all your DC projects in different universes.
But I got Stanley Tucci too, but I don't see him either. I mean, I don't. You don't necessarily pick a bald actor. Schwarzenegger wasn't bald. Like, I don't know. I don't know for Harvey Dent. I got 2 options for Harvey. I actually got 3 options for Harvey Dent. My good friend Anthony suggested Isaac Isaacs. Good choice. Now, if he was younger, I'd probably say John Hamm. Because I think John Hamm would play a great Harvey Dent. I think he has the looks to be a Harvey Dent.
Yeah, I can see him. I mean, like if like they were continuing the DCEU, I could definitely see him being Two-Face in the DCEU.
And Matthew McConaughey. I mean, there's been fan casting Matthew McConaughey for Harvey Dent for a long time for the Batman. But my choice would probably be like John Hamm. If he was younger. Hugo Strange. That's a good question.
Yo, that's a villain that I think can really fit into this universe. And
That's
I
a
don't think
good
he's ever
villain.
been attempted before on live action.
No, no. Well, yes. Well, Gotham, yes. By what's the actor? The guy, the villain in Jurassic Park. I forget his name. You know the guy who's been in all the Jurassic Park movies.
Uh, um,
Wong. You know
yeah.
he played psychiatrist in Law and Order. The Wong. The actor who played
Oh,
Wong.
okay.
Yeah, him. I forgot his name. But he was in live action. He was a live action Hugo Strange. Um, Hugo Strange is a good one. I don't know. Tell me in the comments who you think Hugo Strange. Oh, Harvey Bullock. Oh my god, I got the perfect for Harvey Bullock. Josh Gad. No, I'm joking. Not
Oh
Josh
my
Gad.
goodness, Josh Gad is like, oh my goodness.
No,
Seth
not Josh.
Rogen probably could be a good Harvey. But look,
Yeah, Harvey.
was it Seth Rogen supposed to be like originally Riddler or one of the villains in the Batman?
Jonah Hill was supposed to be Penguin.
Oh, Jonah Hill. It's Jonah Hill. I'm getting Seth Rogen and Jonah Hill mixed up. Oh crap. Jonah Hill. Jonah
Jonah
Hill,
Hill
I
is a
think
better.
would be a good.
Jonah Hill is a
Jonah
better
Hill,
actor. Yeah.
I think would be a good Harvey Bullock. That's what I meant to say.
Jonah Hill is a better actor than Seth Rogen.
Yeah, Jonah Hill is who I meant to say. I don't know why I got the two mixed up. No, because they were in Superbad. That's why.
You know, Blind Braille. That's not a bad choice for Harvey Bullock. I'm more serious taking Harvey Bullock. I like that choice because I don't know that.
Degrassi Josh Gad for
Oh, you read? Yeah, I probably would have pissed off Enosh.
Yo, speaking of Josh Gad, like that movie like Artemis Fowl, I'm like, what is this? Like a C-list Hagrid? like he was trying to be Hagrid in that movie.
Killer Croc to me is a hard one. Bane, I can see Batista, but Killer Croc is a hard one.
Well, if I don't know. I think Batista can pull it off in both DCEU and the Reeves.
Yeah, I could do too. I think you could do Bane. Look, Batista is Latino, and Bane is technically Latino. He's not like the Tom Hardy one. I think you could pull off Bane. Good. I think he'd pull off Bane. Yeah, he was gonna be Penguin. Yeah, it was Penguin Blind Braille. Did you know? I was watching the Angry Video Game Nerd. You know, he reviewed the Batman. Did you know he's right about something? This is the first movie that had all 4 villains from the Batman '66 in it.
Oh, okay.
Think about it. Selena Kyle, Catwoman, Oliver Cobblepot, Penguin, the Riddler, and the Joker, the guy who becomes the Joker.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I didn't realize this when I watched this video.
Yo, Batman 66. Yeah. I still remember. Holy heartbreak, Batman.
Hush is a tough topic. Hush, I can see 2 actors playing, and this may surprise you if they do it. Robert Pattison.
Well, I mean, like he tries to look like Bruce Wayne, so of course, like he's gonna
Face Off.
Yeah, like I mean,
yeah.
You don't even need to read.
It could be 2 actors.
If you played Arkham Knight, you would see what would happen in like Arkham City.
Yeah, so Robert Pattison, another a redheaded actor because Thomas Elliott is redheaded, and I'm gonna go. I mean, there's not a lot of redheaded actors out. Okay, not Rupert Grint.
Okay, oh my goodness! Like another Harry Potter actor. Like, oh my goodness! Like,
I got a good choice.
I love Harry Potter. But...
I like this actor, Domhnall Gleeson, or Zach Ward.
Domhnall Gleeson was that the angry general from the sequel trilogy?
Yes. So
yes. I'm the spy.
He's a good actor though.
Yeah, he's a good actor though. He's another one that was in Harry Potter as
Yeah.
well.
Yes, he was. He was yeah, or Don. He was a Weasley, wasn't he?
Yeah, Bill
The older
Weasley,
Weasley, the oldest Weasley.
the
Yeah,
oldest Weasley.
he
Yeah,
got married, right?
and the actor's father played Mad Eye Moody.
Yeah. Brandon Gleeson, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Moody was an interesting character.
Yeah. Who's Donald Gleeson? Donald Gleeson.
Oh, I don't know. I think Blind Braille thought you said Donald.
Oh, no. I said Dom. Oh, did I say Donald? There is a Donald Gleeson. There is a real guy. There's a physician, though. A physician. Who's a physician?
Yeah, he's a good actor. Just like don't like take his over the top performance in the sequel trilogy as like what he brings to the table.
No, if you see his other stuff, there's this one. I know he's a Peter Rabbit, right? He's a good. There's other stuff he's good in, like the kitchen. I mean, a lot of people didn't like the kitchen, but he was in the kitchen. He's a good actor. He's in Revenant.
Yeah, I remember he was in The Revenant. That was a fantastic movie.
Oh, it could be like a younger version of Billy D. Williams. Oh, can you imagine? I know what you did there, Degrassi. I know what you did there.
Oh my gosh.
That's a good one. Because I know what you did there. I get it. That's a good one. Degrassi, that's a good one. If people didn't catch that reference, if you all remember, Billy D. Williams played Lando in the Star Wars original, right? Original in the Star prequels. Well, not the prequels, but the middle films, right? The middle films.
Yeah, the originals.
And of course, the Rise of Skywalker. And he also played Two-Face in the Batman '89. Don Glover also played a younger version of Lando, and you get the.
Oh my goodness! Yeah. No, Donald Glover's a very good actor.
Yeah. Oh, what happened to Saggy? I don't know.
I am curious with Donald Glover, by the way, to see if he'll play the Prowler in like in the college trilogy of Spider-Man.
Yeah, I wonder how much older he would like. I wonder how much because the Prowler in the comics in the video game is actually like probably like in his 40s or something.
Yeah.
Right. And this character, even though he's a criminal, his character was probably like much younger version. So I don't know how it work right now. Maybe he could have.
It also kind of depends. Like, did he get snapped away? Because if he didn't,
good point.
Then he's 5 years older.
Good point. Because that was Spider-Man Homecoming, right?
Yeah, because we haven't really heard from him. But like, if they plan on introducing Miles, then you should bring him back.
That was no accident, though. That was no accident.
Yeah.
That was no accident. There was if they did. That's definitely not an accident. Otherwise, they wouldn't put him in there.
Yeah. As far as like him playing Harvey Dent.
Yeah, he did.
It could probably work. Here's the thing. I'm done doubting comic book castings. Like, I feel like after what Robert Pattinson did, we should just stop doubting performances. It's backfired since the Keaton days. Like, we've done this for over 30 years.
It has backfired since the Keaton days. Yeah.
So, like, I feel like whoever gets casted as like Two-Face, as Talia, as Hush, as Mr. Freeze, don't doubt it. Just wait for the movie.
I mean, like the actress who played Talia in Dark Knight Rises, it wasn't her fault. It was just not a good movie. Like, she's a good actress. She's a very good actress. You've seen other films she's in.
Here's the thing with the actress. Some of the facial expressions she made that kind of hinted at her contempt for Bruce were pretty good. But like towards the end, as soon as she reveals she's Talia, I'm like, you just lost me.
The thing is, we didn't even get a fight between them. Like, I'm pretty sure she's probably very skilled in combat.
She was in the League of Shadows, so
yeah, she's the one that got out of the pit.
Like as a kid too.
Yeah. But I've seen her other films and stuff. She's a very good actress.
Yeah, no, she's a great actress. Like, I don't know, like I feel like once the Talia revealed happened, like I don't know, something just went wrong.
Oh, you know who Joe Egerton could play? He's gonna be in the Kenobi series. He should play. I don't know. I don't know yet. Like, but yeah, tell me you could. The thing with Harvey Dent is since Falcone is dead, because Falcone in the Long Halloween plays a very integral role in Long Halloween, but Maroney is still alive.
Yeah,
Maroney, yeah, you know what Maroney does.
Maroni's been brought up.
And Maroney is the one that does throw the acid at Harvey Dent at the trial, right? That burns half his face. That's Maroney. Now, Maroney, if you think about Maroney, can be set free. Technically, he could be set free because he was set up by everybody involved: the Falcones, the cops, the mayor. Basically, because he was the fall guy, right? He was the fall guy. Hey, Andrew,
Yep,
what's up?
Hello.
How are you, man?
I knew. Oh, George. Hey,
Hey Andrew, what's going on, buddy?
I didn't think I'd see you here.
Oh,
He's
I'm
here
always
all
on
the
air.
time.
I'm on Aaron streams all the time.
Oh, I always thought you always going to my stuff.
No, I go on I go on either your stuff, Ambassador stuff, or Aaron's stuff.
Oh, well, it's been a while since I joined Bastard, but me and him are kind of on a yeah. So what's going on here?
Oh, we're kind of like talking about like fan casting for Batman future, for the Batman future projects like sequels and the TV shows. Right
If
now,
you're a fan casting Batman, I'd say John Hamm.
nah, not right. Like I see John Hamm more as a Two Face, like, or it could
Eh,
be.
well, if
Or
you've seen John Hamm's movies, you can definitely see he's got the Bruce Wayne playboy
I know,
persona.
but we gotta remember Harvey Dent has been known to be like that too.
Yeah.
Not exactly Playboy, but Harvey Dent's been known to been known to be good looking,
Well,
very honest.
I mean, we had a good Two Face, and that was in Dark Knight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I agree there. I mean, Aaron
Uh,
Ecker was perfect that role.
Aaron, here's like another character you can tie to Two Face from Rupert Thorne. Like he was like connected to Two Face's origin.
Oh yeah, that
back
was
in
in the animated
series.
series.
I was just gonna say that you could introduce Rupert Thorne.
Because I
Like
remember
Yeah.
there was a character like, but it wasn't Maroni in the animated series. It
he
was
was,
Rupert Thorne.
yes,
Ooh,
Ben
I know
Mendelsohn
fan
was.
casting. I know he's probably too old for it now, but I think the perfect casting for the Joker is Willem Dafoe.
I do agree. I do agree. Maybe if they do stuff like that for Joker too, it'd be perfect. Like,
Well, I heard that Willem Dafoe pitched an idea for that.
hmm Ryan Gosling.
Oh my goodness.
Ryan Gosling. I don't see him fit in the Batman universe.
Definitely not. Oh, apparently Deadshot connects to Thorne too.
Yeah. Yo, if they
Oh,
could
by
get
the way,
Emily
I noticed
Blunt, get Emily Blunt in this. Get Emily Blunt. Like,
By the
fuck
way, I
Marvel.
noticed your video title. I don't think Pattison is the best Batman. I think it's Michael Keaton, live action wise.
Oh, yes. You know what? You have a right to your opinion, and I like.
I
Michael
mean,
Keaton.
look, my profile literally has Keaton on it.
Mhm.
I mean, like to me, it's Pattinson and Keaton that are the best two as Batman. And
The only time I liked Bale was in Batman Begins.
Okay, fine, but let's get defend Mr. Defender fellow Canadian Ryan Gosling.
But
Oh,
no,
God.
Bale's the
We
best
only
Bruce
go
Wayne.
we only go
Seriously,
based off the
dude?
Notebook.
What Ryan Gosling slander?
Yeah.
Can I be honest? I never really got the hype for Drive.
I can't
2011.
accept that. No. I cannot
Whoa,
accept
whoa.
that.
Oh crap.
I'm not gonna accept that.
Okay,
Listen,
Braille,
he's
hold on. Let me ask something. Are you always saying because he's a pretty boy?
no, he's a great actor. Have you seen him in movies?
Yeah.
Oh
The guy's a
no.
phenomenal actor. The guy's like, I think he
I
was
did
the
I
youngest.
did see La La Land, but
I
that's
remember
only
him
one
play
thing.
Hercules.
No, La La Land is not. Come on, no. You
Wait,
guys
young
need to see
Hercules?
Drive, Blade Runner,
Drive.
I did
behind
see
the
Blade Runner.
behind
I did see
the
Blade Runner, but the first one.
no, the second one. The
What
second
was
one.
what
I
was the
mean, they're
one?
both good, but
Well, I forgot what the
behind
one
the what
Russell
is it?
Crowe movie.
Hold on, wait. Behind the Pines.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
That's a great movie. It's with Bradley Cooper. There's
He
one
was
where
a
he's
girl.
like, there is one, I forget what it's called. But it's like really disturbing, and he's like obsessed with this doll. And I think he got nominated for an Oscar for that. And it was fantastic. That movie alone is the reason why he should be in this universe, because he is a good actor. I don't know why everybody, just because he was in Blue Valentine? Like, the guy is a phenomenal actor. I don't know what you
I
guys
mean,
talk about.
I watched Ryan Gosling back in the '90s from as a Canadian, like right.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah.
was in
Yes, I come.
Goosebumps. I think he was in Afraid of the Dark.
He was
but also,
he was in a sitcom too. No.
yeah, Breaker High. Remember that Canadian show
Yeah.
Breaker High? And he was
Yeah.
also the young Hercules, the Kevin Sorbo's Hercules.
Yeah, he's a really good actor. I'm surprised he hasn't, I mean, it's not his type of like stuff. He usually likes to do one and done, but I think he would be a really good villain, like, to be honest. I'm not sure who though. Like, I would have to like sit
He's
down
got a
and think
great-
about it.
He scored even Mendes. My God.
Yeah, I think they broke up though.
They did, but they have a child, right?
Yeah.
He was great in The Nice Guys in La La Land too.
Yeah, Nice
Yes.
Guys too. Yeah, I mean, that's like his more comedic range, but like he plays these type of like kind of like like loner type of characters that are like very quiet and stuff like that.
Because I know you have a bunch of obscure characters that I think.
Yeah,
could
I
work.
have like a bunch.
I think Dr. Death could work.
And he had a minor role in Remember the Titans as well. Like, he had a minor role in that.
Yeah, he needs
Yes,
to. He really picks his projects like super carefully. So
I
William
mean,
Dafoe.
look at that. I
I'm-
told you, he looks perfect.
Yeah, Defoe as an older Joker, he looks perfect for it.
I mean, like if he could play the Green Goblin perfect, he could do Joker.
Yeah.
yeah, I agree. Yeah,
Yo, like, I remember, like, his name was on one of the lists of, like, actors considered for Joker in the '89 film.
Oh, before Jack Nicholson.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams. Yeah, and then they had an issue because he was supposed to be the Joker, but then they went with they went with Jack Nicholson.
I can tell. You can tell by this fan art that he can
I
do
mean,
the
Robin
white
Williams.
face paint.
I'm telling you, comedians are usually the best actors because when they
Yeah,
like,
yes.
like,
Because they can play a lot of drama. That's why. Yeah.
like people slander like Jim Carrey, for example. Have you seen Jim Carrey's in Serious Roles?
I did see like I think Eternal Sunshine.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
people like
that's
to
a great
sand-
movie.
People like to slander Adam Sandler too because most of his movies are not serious. But I watch some of his serious films. Even some of his comedy movies tend to be serious at times. Are very good. Like
Uncut
he-
Gems. He was
Uncut
fantastic in
Gems,
Uncut
yeah.
Gems.
yeah,
That's one of the Safdie brothers are the reason why I say Robert Pattison was like a fantastic actor. That's why I'm like going through and looking at like actors that do like art house movies because they would fit like extremely well with this universe. Like, I'm not looking for like kind of Marvel-y actors. I think those just don't really work. Like, Colin Farrell's more of an art house actor, right?
He's
Like,
the Penguin.
yeah, like, I mean, they transformed him completely. So that's why I say Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling does more art house, right? Same thing with Robert Pattison.
That's who.
I'm not sure. I'm just throwing out actors, right? I was saying, what's her name? Jessie something
Black
as
Guy or stuff like that. Poison Ivy.
as Poison Ivy, yeah, because
Yeah.
I could definitely see her as
I
that
know-
character, like a more serious version.
I know there was rumors out there for the Gotham City Sirens movie that they're eyeing what's her name? Jodie Comer from
Oh
I
yeah,
love-
Jodie Comer. Yeah.
Oh.
That's
Wait,
more of a
Comer.
silly
I think I
kind of.
saw Jodie.
But she's a
Comer.
great actress too.
I saw
She's
her
in
in Free
Free
Guy.
Guy,
with Ryan
right?
Reynolds.
Yes.
Because
Yeah,
I was trying to
she
be
was in
careful. I was trying to be careful not to say Jodie's corner. Like,
Oh.
Oh no! After this week, we don't need to open that door.
It's not cool. It's trash.
Like, I can see her being Poison Ivy in the DCU, but like I can't see her as like she's more of a like I would say a Marvel kind of actor. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, she
was in
does
Star
kind of art
Wars.
house stuff because she's in Killing Eve, right? Oh, she was
Oh my
in
God.
she was in
Speaking
Star
of
Wars.
Ryan Reynolds,
Yeah, she was. She had a cameo. She was Ray's mother.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was like a
Oh, I didn't
bullshit
know
mess.
that. That's cool.
You
Yeah, I
didn't know
didn't
that?
know
You didn't
that.
know that she
No.
was Ray's mother?
I didn't. Maybe because I didn't know her. till
Well,
the
Ray's
end.
mother shows up in like what, one shot?
Yeah.
So
It's basically she's a cameo of that. Basically, it's her one shot.
Speaking of Ryan Reynolds, I just found this thing where I think it's kid.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, I'm looking. What do you think of the? I want to get your opinion on this. And this is a Marvel related topic. What do you think of the Batman theme director doing the Wolfman
He could
for
do
Marvel?
his
How
own.
he's special?
He could do his own thing. I mean, good for him. I mean, I never been a fan of his music. Well, except for I think Incredibles.
You guys, any
I
else?
mean, like, I think he can do something good with it. I mean, it's a special. It's not like a full-fledged movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fine, bro.
the kind of composers I like are more like John Williams or Danny Elfman and all that.
I think he did. His score was really good. Like it felt like a noir, like a classic noir
It was
type of score.
it was good.
So you think he's gonna
but
direct
It
it, do the
was
score
it was
for
extremely
the?
good.
He's gonna do a direct score for the Wolf.
I don't think he is. He's because he's
I know.
directing it. Yeah, that'd be
Can
really
you
hard.
imagine? That'd be like,
And it's supposed to come out this year.
What?
So
I want to know what.
unless he
what
pulls a
Grace
John
is,
Carpenter,
I want to know
that'd
what
be
Grace
hard.
is thinking. Why did Grace put this in her YouTube channel? That Sean Levy is going to direct is going to direct the Deadpool 3, which has been confirmed by one was itself. It's going to be PG-13. I'm like, Grace, it's not going to be PG-13. It's Deadpool 3. It's going to be rated R. Deadpool 3 will not take place in the MCU.
Feige has claimed that if they're gonna have an R-rated movie, it's gonna be Deadpool 3.
Yeah. She doesn't.
I mean, Sean Levy doesn't really do rated R movies, though. That's the interesting part.
I know, but he'll make sure Deadpool 3 is rated R.
I have a feeling this is just like my opinion, but I feel like it's going to be a soft R.
Possibly.
You know what I mean? Because once you bring Sean Levy, because he's like a studio type of director. You know what I mean? Like he's not. So I feel like they're gonna kind of be like, you want to downplay this a little bit, or like they'll keep it R, but it'll be like an R in the sense of like a horror movie. You know what I mean? Where it's like very soft and like kind of restricted on, obviously sex and swearing and stuff like that. Because that's usually what would get you a rated R, right?
I think it's because if the rumors are true, I know Blind Umbrella, you posted this to me on Twitter, was it Thursday maybe? Or yesterday? That somebody might have leaked out the mid-credit scenes and end-credit scenes for Doctor Strange. Apparently in the end-credit scenes, this is rumors, take it a grain of salt, no confirmation. Yeah. So if anybody writes an article, I'm looking at a particular site, and it comes
Tell me what it was.
I'll deny it.
I don't care. Tell me what you said. You found.
Deadpool's gonna end up in the end credits scene.
Oh hell yeah!
But this take it a grain of salt.
Oh, here's the thing. Well, hold on, dude.
Grain of salt.
Here's the thing. I mean, we're having Patrick Stewart as Charles Xavier again.
But apparently makes it crip at that. Like, oh man, I don't want to say this because.
Just say it.
Okay. Spoiler alert! As I hear spoilers here.
Spoilers.
He makes a crip that this is the third time Professor Xavier dies. So that means Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, Wanda kills Professor Xavier.
Oh, what?
Taking a grain of salt. I heard she does kill a lot of people in it. The part of Illuminati did not say I didn't read on particularly who. But if that's an indication, it might be Professor Xavier, which I think is probably true because I think Professor Xavier does die. But I'm not going to 100% confirm it because I have to see the movie first.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing with Multiverse of Madness. Since Sam Raimi's directing this, I want to see a certain someone make a cameo.
It would be interesting if he did show up. That'd be.
He came in No Way Home.
Yeah, I get that, but sometimes it's a rights issue. This is not Sony, right?
I joke about George Clooney being the Flash movie.
I think that might happen. I don't joke, but I think that might happen. Yeah, because like this is the thing that people don't understand. Like, sorry to jump to
check this out.
Oh, I seen that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did you see the cut clip of Toby jumping?
I'm kind of disappointed She-Hulk is going to be after Miss Marvel.
Yeah, same, right. Because I think She-Hulk's going to be better. But
yeah, also, apparently I heard there was
she has a bigger fan base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I also heard, bro, that there was a cut scene where Toby does a rematch with the Green Goblin.
Yes, yeah, I saw that. They had like behind the scenes clips of it and stuff. I don't know if
I was
it's finished, but that would be interesting.
Yeah, cause I heard a few people say that Toby should have gotten like a scene with Willem Dafoe since those two guys were
Yeah,
like the first two
Yeah.
people that started the franchise.
I agree. That was a missed opportunity. Like, it makes sense with Doc Ock, but like they should have done it with Green Goblin as
I
Who's
well.
playing
if
Flashpoint
I
Superman?
still I know that they're saying Sasha Cali is gonna be like the Supergirl whatever. I still think it's Henry
Yeah,
Cavill.
I think no. I think I know what
Well,
he's talking about.
don't you remember
It's
what
gonna
Grace said?
be Supergirl. Like Supergirl's gonna be the Flashpoint Superman. Like, you
Don't
know
you
how in
remember
the
what?
comics he's like weak and
Well,
He's
like
like
here's
a
the thing.
child almost, isn't he? Like in the
Well,
comics,
hold on a
like
second.
yeah,
bunch of
kind of.
powers.
Okay,
Don't you
go
remember
on.
what? Don't you remember
Sorry.
what Grace said? Campbell's only gonna make a footage cameo appearance on the TV.
Great. Here's the thing
Yeah,
about Grace. Her
she
DC,
did.
not her DC scoops. Her Warner Brothers scoops are always usually wrong.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
before you came
yeah.
on, Andrew, I made the case that like James Wan, James Gunn, and like Kathy Yam,
Kathy Yan.
all three DC directors have like on Twitter called her out. She got into a
Yes.
stupid argument with Kathy Yam
Oh,
over
I
The
remember
dick
that.
pics.
Yeah,
Dick
I
I
pics.
remember that.
like
I
I don't
remember
I
that.
wasn't gonna say it, but like I remember I was like, what is going on here?
And here's another thing. Recently, she first went to like, you guys are living in a dream world. You need to move on. Affleck doesn't want to come back. Now to you guys just don't know when to quit. Seems like Affleck
Well,
isn't bad after all.
She's doing it
I
for
was
clout.
saying this because no one. This was like people said he was going to die, right? But it's like
Yeah.
if you read Flashpoint, right? This is the thing. This is what I say. Read some of these comics because Batman pre-52 and New 52 are two different characters, right? And pretty much pre-52, Batman gets wiped out. Like, he essentially, quote unquote, dies and gets replaced. And that's what it seems like they're going to do here. Like, I don't think Ben Affleck is going to die, but I think he's going to have to, like, he's going to give Barry, like, this may be the last chance, goodbye. You know what I mean? Like, that type of speech,
Yeah.
right? But, like, he's not dead in the sense where a character literally comes up to him and, like, kills him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
That's
it's
what I
going to
was
be
saying.
like that.
I was saying.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to do that because it's like, what is the point of doing that when
Because Brian Brill.
you're bringing back? Hold on, but you're bringing back Michael Keaton, right? And Michael Keaton before I said like he didn't know he was going to come back. Like he would only come back if Tim Burton was involved. Well, now he's back without Tim Burton, so it's like why close the door? You know what I mean? So
And there's always
I-
a chance. There's always a chance Bath that could come back.
yeah,
Well,
I mean,
didn't he
5
say
years
like
down
he
the
was?
road.
Because I
Did he
remember
say
there
he
was
was
a
done with
leak.
IPs?
Yeah, he did, but he could change his mind later on. It's like
Because I remember there was a leaked script from like a few months ago that said like Affleck's not dead, but apparently he's gonna be stuck somewhere, and until they can free him, Keaton's gonna be the main Batman.
Take his
So I think-
place.
yeah.
exactly.
I'm
Well,
not,
there
I'm not
was-
saying
there
it's
was-
true because listen, with No Way Home, we got a ton of leaked scripts where like some of the information was way off.
Mhm.
I think the problem is we have this belief that when an actor or actress is going to leave like a show or a movie, that means they're going to die.
Well, because that's what they
Oh.
usually do. I mean, look at what they're doing with
Yeah.
Black Panther. They're going to kill off
dots.
T'Challa, and it's like you don't really need to kill off that character, right? Just because I understand
Just recast
Chadwick
him.
Boseman passed away, but it's
Well,
like they should have waited. Honestly, I don't like it when they do stuff like that because it's for me. I think it's disrespectful, and it's like I get it. You guys want to make money and stuff, but like you guys should actually sit down and think about what you're doing instead of just being like, we're just not going to use the character or we're just going to kill him off. You know what I
You're
mean?
right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, she's been disproven before, so I mean, I'm gonna take everything with a grain of salt, but I
But the thing
I
is,
still think I personally felt like this doesn't really change anything because dies in comics means a lot of different things. It doesn't mean someone
Exactly.
is literally killing the character.
look. How many times has Reverse Flash been killed off?
Well, look at
So-
Batman though. But look at the way Batman was killed off by Darkseid, right? And
Oh, yeah, he
he
went back in
actually
time.
went back in time. Yeah, so it's like stuff like that is like yeah, the character quote unquote died, but he really wasn't dead, right? So, and I think with the Flash, what they're going to do is they're going to merge every single DC universe. Like, I think they're going to do a rebirth
The
mixed
problem,
with the Flashpoint. That's what I think they're going to do
the
because they
problem,
want to go back in the vault and take some of the stuff that they had, right? Like the original Superman movie, right? And rejuvenate it because it's Warner Brothers is all over the place, but
yeah.
yeah,
The issue is the people who think, oh, Ben Affleck's dead, it means Zack Snyder stuff is coming back. No, it doesn't necessarily mean
no,
that. No, it just means Ben. It just means Ben Affleck is coming back for one film. Maybe he wants to come back for future things. It just means maybe he's on good terms with Warner Brothers. Because they only read the one tweet. Let's be honest, most of them only read that one tweet. They didn't read anything else she said.
They didn't read the part that said Keaton will still be Batman.
And
Yeah.
it's the current regime made the decision.
Yeah, because right when people saw Grace's tweet, everyone's like, Batfleck's back, the Snyderverse is back.
Read the
which
I'm
was
telling you,
misleading.
read the whole thread first, and then read the next tweet. Read the whole thread before jumping the gun.
But she kind of, but Aaron, she was misleading because she put out two
I know she did.
tweets. She
And,
put
like,
out one talking about the Snyderverse and then Ben Affleck not dying, and then she followed it up with Keaton was still Batman. So it's like it was totally misleading. It was.
You know what? Yes, it was totally misleading. It's just you know what? She's trying. I think she was just trying to get clout there. Clout.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Now people are coming up with like bizarre stuff. Like I was watching.
What?
What about that guy? What about that guy? I believe is tweeting about, but all this stuff. This guy apparently heard what's gonna happen.
I think this is what I was about to talk about. Apparently, some guys claiming Ray Fisher's gonna come back. Wayne T. Carson.
Oh yeah. Guy.
Yeah, I seen that.
In Flashpoint, like I don't know. I saw it on Matt Jarbo's stream last night, and I was like, "Wait, what's going on here?"
It's all I mean, Ray Fisher could have come back, right? But like he chose not to.
He dug his own
chose not
grave.
to. Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah,
did you guys see what Andy Signore said about Ray Fisher?
Oh, yeah, that
I
was-
saw. That
Oh
was
my God.
horrible.
I
That was-
don't like what. No, he's not anywhere
Here's the
close
th-
to
I
Jesse
saw
Smollett.
because he
man.
compared Fisher to Jesse Smollett, the guy who
It's
got
like,
sent
I
to
don't know,
jail.
like-
No.
People, I just can't stand people like that. But yeah, some person, like I don't know what the name of this Twitter account was, but they're like claiming Jon Stewart's gonna be in Flashpoint. They like saying like Ray Fisher is gonna appear. I'm like, where's this stuff coming from? It doesn't even sound like it's coming. It doesn't even
Who's
sound
telling
like
you these people stuff?
They also said Martian Manhunter was coming too, which I don't believe for a second. Because that character, I still think. Here's the thing though, the Flashpoint, like this is why I was saying this movie got delayed, is because this movie is going to be their No Way Home, right? Like they're going to put in as many cameos, as many references as they can, and it's like if you're going to do that, that's going to take a lot of time, right? This isn't Marvel where they can put out a movie a year, right? In less than a year. Look how long it took them to make Batman, right? The Batman. It took them like 2 years, right? So
usually does like 1 or 2 movies a year. Marvel does like
also,
3 or 4
here's
now.
the thing: No Way
usually.
Home had this luxury of not running into production delays.
And there's whispers
Well,
out there that Thor might get delayed because of reshoots and stuff.
I don't even I'm not sure if that's going to happen. Marvel tends to. Here's the thing: Marvel production, they work very efficiently, right? Because they're their own production company, right? They have so much money. Disney gives them a lot of freedom. It's not like Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers, when they're making a movie, it's the same studio, right? They don't have a division just for DC, and that's the thing people don't understand. Yeah, so it's like. That's why I was like, why are you guys freaking out? It's like you guys don't know anything about Hollywood production, right? It's like The Flash is it's a normal thing. And it's like on top of that too, I do think just a little bit that the people who are in charge right now are also trying to make it keep their jobs, right? So they're trying to. They don't have but I mean like the people at DC right now and Warner Brothers, they're trying to keep their jobs, right? So if The Flash is just as good as Batman and makes a bunch of money, it gets really good reviews, that means that they could stick around, right? So it's like if you're going to rush out The Flash, and this is another thing that people don't understand. It's like Did you guys not learn from Justice League? Do you guys not know the story about why Justice League was such a mess? Is because WB wanted that movie out so they can get their bonuses. So they were like, listen, we'll let Zack Snyder go. We'll get Joss Whedon on, reshoot the movie in less than a year, and then put it out there because it's Justice League, it has Batman, it will sell. Like no one remembers that. So in other words, you guys want the Flash to turn out in the same situation like Justice League, and then now we're still in the same position. Like this is what I'm saying. The people who are upset by the delay, they don't understand Hollywood politics. They don't understand how productions work and how all of this stuff is super super complicated. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's hyperbole when people talk, or hyperbole when people say these stuff, and it's just really annoying because it's like the people that, I mean, there's people in our circle who are upset and freaking out
Yeah,
over this.
exactly.
You don't need
Exactly.
to. You don't need to. Like seriously, it's like. Anyway, I'm done with the rant.
Also, here's the thing. I think the release dates work out better for these films. Like Aquaman, like 2 does not really have any competition with its March release date. I mean, Flash,
Mhm.
yeah, you got Indiana Jones 5, but what's going to make what's going to make more money? Black Panther Wakanda Forever or Indiana Jones 5 or Avatar 2?
We can't. The grass we can't say because we've never seen them, right? And I mean,
Like I feel like
Yeah, and he's not even a name
yeah,
like actor. You know what I mean?
Like-
Not even B list. So it's
yeah,
weird.
like isn't the story about Wayne T. Carr that like he's Ray Fisher's friend and that's why he was casted?
oh, so
I'm not sure about that. I'm not
it's
sure
like
about
he's
that.
not
I
even
thought he was
A-list
just like
actor.
yeah, he's like a theater stage actor. And so
Okay.
they kind of used him as a body double because of
I-
his kind of looks and stuff.
At least Hallmark actors and actresses you used to know, but like,
Mhm. I thought they were going to just use him as a double, and then they were going to cast the guy that was from Moonlight. I'm not sure if you guys know that guy because there was like rumblings about him being
I
yeah,
Orlando.
remember those rumors.
Yeah,
yeah,
that honestly makes more sense. Like he's an established actor. He's not a B or C list actor, but like he's still a actor who has some critical acclaim to his name, right? So
what's
it
his
kind of
name?
makes sense to me at least.
Trevante Rhodes.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I've seen this guy before. Yeah, he's more well known. Yeah, I mean, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. This guy has some. Yeah, this guy is more has a better resume. A better. I think he was in Westworld. Yeah, like
Yeah, he was in he's not like a leading actor, but
well,
he's been around and he has a claim to his name. So
when you're in the Justice League, Green Lantern doesn't necessarily need to be a leading actor. When you got Ben Affleck in
no,
there,
yeah,
Henry Cavill, like those two could lead it because Gal Gadot, well, she's gone back. She's not to me. I know she's trying now, but at the point of her career rising in the DC world, she was not a leading actress. Like, because she had
yeah,
before, Jason Momoa, while I like him, he was not exactly
a leading man character, yeah,
yeah.
actor.
And Ezra Miller,
Same with Ezra Miller.
yeah. So
Ezra Miller had a critical acclaim because he did. We need to talk
even,
about Kevin, but
even Cavill before Superman wasn't exactly a leading actor, but he's been
Yo,
in some.
really?
yeah, he
Ben
was
Ben
Affleck.
Affleck was
relatively unknown.
yeah. Ben Affleck was really the leading actor of all the Justice League members.
Well, but most of
Yeah.
well, here's the thing. Before Batman, most of Affleck's movies were bombs.
No, well, Ben Affleck. That's a misconception about Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck wrote he wrote what's the movie he won an Oscar for like way
Argo?
back in the
Argo.
90s.
Argo.
Not Argo.
Oh,
This is
Good
way
Will
before.
Hunting.
Yeah, like that's why he's so successful, and that's why he can put out bombs, but it's like he wrote that screenplay. So it's like,
No,
you know what I mean? Like, so
Here's how I see Ben Affleck's career in the '90s. Like not just with Good Will Hunting, but
He
when he
wasn't
was
very
like
good in the '90s.
well, here's the thing. Like outside of like the Kevin Smith movies, like that
Yeah.
he was in at the time, like that was kind of like his rising stardom. The early 2000s was like really rocky for him, but once he got
Oh,
into
yes, yeah.
directing, like I think like you saw like him like rising back up with like his directing work, and like he did have good performances in The Town and Argo.
Yes, The Town was great. I love The Town. It was a good movie.
I still gotta watch The Accountant, but yeah, no, like Affleck. Well, here's the thing: Affleck had more under his resume as well, good or bad.
Yeah, I mean, he also
Yeah, but
did
he's like
Daredevil.
here's the thing though. Once you win an Oscar for any sort of high acclaim, like if you're an actor, a director, writer, your career will forever will exist, right? It's like Nicolas Cage, right? Or John Travolta. They can or yeah, like seriously, right? Like they look at John Travolta right now. He's putting out a bunch of crap movies,
'Cause it
right?
has
But he's
to.
John
Fanatic.
Travolta. Yeah, but
Well
he's
done,
John
too.
Travolta. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He's John Travolta. He's always going to have a staple in Hollywood. So it's like once you get to that point
Same with
in your
Cage.
career, you're set, right? So
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So that's why it's like Ben Affleck was putting out. I agree, he was putting out terrible movies,
This has been
but
hilarious.
it's like
I mean, Cage has to do a bunch of movies because, well, financial reasons. That's why Bruce
mm,
Willis does. There's a bunch of movies, financial reasons too. Uh, but Ben Affleck in the '90s he's kind of a weak actor, but got better over time. I mean,
yeah,
that happens to all actors,
Well, I
right?
mean, he was like in like Kevin Smith's like movies like Mallrats, like Chasing Amy, and I think he was also in
mhm,
Dogma. Like he was more more comedic. Like
yeah.
Oh
But
yeah,
he's always wanted to do behind the scenes stuff. Like that's why he had the show Green Light and like like he was more, in my opinion, I think he's always wanted to be more of a director writer than an actor. It's just that he has good looks, right? And he's put himself in front of the camera. That's really it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, like someone like there's this new like internet joke that like since the Waynes were killed in 2001, like was the movie that they saw Jay and Silent Bob. Like that's like the new joke Kevin Smith like put on the internet.
People were saying that about Fast and the Furious too. I thought that was funny. That's so fucked up, but it's funny.
What if it was Lord of the Rings? Didn't Lord of the Rings come out 2001?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Harry Potter, Shrek.
Harry Potter.
Shrek came out in 2000.
Oh my god.
Okay, I like onions.
Jesus.
Or Monsters Inc. Like, oh my goodness, that was like
Yeah, what that deep back where it came from, or shall help me.
Yeah, I think it was Shrek.
Oh yeah, yeah. Wait, you talking about Shrek won the first best animated feature at the Oscars,
Yes, true.
Yeah, yeah.
and then after that, a few years later was Finding Nemo, then The Incredibles, then Wallace and Gromit, and Toy Story 3, and Spider Verse.
yeah, but yeah, no, like some of the theories like that people come up with. I think that was Kevin Smith that came up with that Jay and Silent Bob joke.
Yeah, that would be hilarious. Fucked up but hilarious.
What else is? Yeah, I mean, but yeah. So, Nick, I want to know, Blind Bro, where do you think Matt Reeves gets Batman? Like, gets the character back.
Wait, say that question again?
Why do you think, like, my title, right? Like, why Reeves gets Batman?
Well, I don't think he gets him.
I think he does.
Oh, I'm the only one. Wow.
I think the only reason why he gets like it's not that he's adapting. I didn't even see that comment. I was looking up. Just love donkey. Oh shit.
In the morning, I'm making waffles.
Jesus. Oh my god. Yeah, but like for the question though, like I think the reason why it just resonates is because it's like amalgamation of like all different types of Batman. Like obviously not campy Batman, but even then I was saying that there is reference to campy Batman. If you look at his mask, it actually looks like the Adam West mask, and I'm pretty sure the costume designer came out and said that was intentional. Like the way that the nose and the brows and stuff, it very much looks like Adam West's Batman. But like I think Matt Reeves is really just playing on, because a lot of people don't know this. He was like an assistant or like to Jeff Loeb, right? Because Jeff Loeb was a screenwriter, and obviously he went on to write comic books, right? So I think he took a lot of inspiration from Jeff Loeb, and and a lot of other directors too. Like I'm sure Matt Reeves loves like David Fincher. Like it's pretty obvious.
I'll just say that to me, this is what when I think of for live action Batman Joker when it comes down to like looks. Because in my opinion, sure, Matt Reeves did a good job. But I don't think he got Batman.
Well,
That's
there's always different interpretations of Batman. That's the thing. Like,
and this picture here is mine.
yeah, and I think that's totally cool that you can have a character because he's existed for almost 90 years at this point, and it's like he can have so many different interpretations. That's why it's like it's a little annoying when people are like, "Oh no, this is the definitive Batman." It's like, no, this is a Batman of this era and time period, and right, and it's like if you watch that movie, there's the Batman. There's a lot of contemporary stuff in that movie, right? That's not in other Batman movies or comics.
Well, here's
So
the
I
thing.
thought that was interesting.
I can name a couple of things that Tim Burton had that he didn't. He had the iconic score. He had the iconic Batmobile. He gave the best look of Gotham City. He gave the best looks here in this picture for Batman and Joker. He got the whole package.
Yeah, I agree too. Like I love Tim Burton as a director, and because this is the thing. Tim Burton wasn't even that big of a fan of Batman. He barely read any Batman comics.
Actually,
like,
he did. He read The Killing Joke.
Well, that was the only one he's read, right? And so it's
Matt Reeves is a lot more.
Matt Reeves is Matt Reeves
You're saying that
has read a lot of different.
Okay, so your point is that reading a bunch of books makes them better.
No, my point is that there's, like I said before, there's different interpretations of a character, right? When a character is so popular, they're going to have so many. Like, no one talks about Campy Batman, but Campy Batman is great too, right? And Tim Burton was obviously was trying to play up that too, like the Batman, and I love Batman Returns. That's like one of my favorite comic book movies. But he's playing up two different sides. Like it's very dark, but it's also typical Tim Burton, but it's also campy.
Batman Returns is so damn campy because Selena Kyle should not be alive.
Yeah, like stuff like that. It's tongue in cheek. Like it plays with itself. It knows it's not too serious.
Here's where I think both Burton and Reeves got right. The look of Gotham. I think the Batman side of things are really well, like Keaton as Batman, Pattison as Batman, the Batman voices, the Batmobiles. Like I think both Burton and Reeves got those things done the best.
I think Reeves is also. I think Reeves is Batman's closest to the Telltale games, Batman, and also the Arkham Batman, because
the Arkham games.
Because a lot of people that play those games were used to the story of the games, but also the detective aspect of the games, and how Bruce is, especially Arkham Origins. Like Arkham Origins, he did not want to be Bruce Wayne. Like he did not want to be Bruce Wayne. He wanted
even the. Go, Aaron. Sorry, go.
Well, here's the thing. You actually see in Arkham Origins and some of Arkham City, he was being Bruce Wayne to try to shut down Arkham City, and in Arkham Origins you saw him do Christmas party as Bruce Wayne. So he didn't always want to.
No, but
yeah, that's a good point.
No, but my point is, when it got to the point where Alfred, he started yelling at Alfred like how that boy you helped learn to tie his shoes, and that boy you learn how to teach how to go on a first date. Remember that part? That's when you could tell you didn't care about being Bruce Wayne.
Okay, well okay, I get that part.
Right.
Well, another thing I wanted to say was that sure, I get what you said about the whole books thing with Tim Burton, but me and I think some other people agree on this, is that Jack Nicholson's take on the Joker was the closest to the comics live action wise.
Well, I mean, but that's why I keep going back to there's so many different interpretations of the Joker.
Well, let me explain. Because the Joker is always known for being both silly clown but also scary, where he can kill you just because it's funny. And with this version by Jack Nicholson, he does the hand buzzer and the squirty flower and always laughing when he kills someone.
Yeah, that's more of a Silver Age Joker, right? Where because in the Silver Age they couldn't use violence, right? There was a
Yeah.
comics code, so it's like that's why we have the interpretation of the Joker. But then even in the Golden Age, he was a little bit more sinister, but he was a little kind of balancing between the dark and the campy. But the Golden Age was kind of a little bit more serious than the Silver Age, but I
Seth
guess you can kind of
Rogen,
make an argument.
Seth Rogen. I was impressed by the Batman for a lot of reasons. Not
But I
the
mean,
least of which is how hard it is to make a sympathetic character who has a butler.
For a world, yo, what?
Seth Rogen.
but there's so many interpretations of the Joker. Like I keep going back to Scott Snyder's example, right? That Joker was not campy. He was very serious. He had kind of almost like a horror movie character. I always compare him to Pennywise because, that's kind of what Scott Snyder was going for, that he was this eternal evil that's always existed. Obviously, a lot of people would say, oh, I don't like that interpretation, right? But they like, I don't know, Alan Moore's interpretation, which is a more pathetic, sympathetic character, and that obviously inspired the Joker movie,
That's
right?
coming Degrassi.
So there's so many interpretations of this character. Like I said, there's 90 years worth of content from this character, right? Like so many storylines, so many writers have left their imprint, and some of it sticks around, right? Like when you go back to the Golden Age, like there's a lot of ideas that Batman killed in the Golden Age,
Oh
right?
yeah.
And a lot of people don't acknowledge that, but it's like once the comics code came in and slowly they started introducing the idea that, hey, maybe Batman's opposed to not killing, right? So does that mean that the original Golden Age that Bill Finger and Bob Kane came up with, is that the definitive Batman because they came first? That you know what I mean? Like I just don't really agree with that kind of
Here's the thing,
logic.
Like for me, like when it comes to I get what you said about there being multiple versions. That's fine. And when it comes to like the Batman Joker, the ones I like are the ones from the Tim Burton movies, the animated series, and the Arkham games.
Yeah, and I think that's fair, and it makes sense because we all have our own different like for the character.
I personally think Arkham series, the relationship between Joker and Batman is the best better than even the live action Jokers.
Yeah.
Well,
Because,
wait.
in
What about
Arkham
the
Knight,
animated
when you
series?
look in the psyche of like Batman and like Joker's like begging him like, "Don't leave me."
Oh yeah, that was
Mhm.
great.
Well,
it's like
in my opinion, I felt like in Arkham City, I don't know if they should have killed them, but that's just me.
Well, he kind of killed himself because Batman would have saved
Yeah,
him.
because of
yeah,
the
Batman was gonna save him.
Yeah.
Well, he's saying so after he drank, he's like, "Here, Joker, here's your cure."
What? What happened was Joker like Batman had the cure and Joker kind of attacked Batman and Batman dropped the cure and the cure the liquid whatever the cure came out and
Well,
it's
well, here's the thing. Like right before Joker stabbed me, he was like, "Every decision you ever made ends in death and misery. I stop you. You break out. And we just do it all over again." Maybe he was getting tired because they done the same circle of charades for so many years.
oh, an old radio show. I remember there's an old radio show, Superman. Like I don't remember because I never listened to it. It was old, but like I know.
Yeah, I
it
never
was.
listened to it. Yo, but for some people, their favorite version will always be Adam West.
Yeah.
Like
Hey, that show had great cast, man. Like
it was a great cast. Like my uncle was like, the guy that plays Penguin was also in Rocky. I was like, wait,
yeah,
what?
Burgess Meredith. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
it
wow,
was
I had no
Mickey.
idea about that.
Yeah, Mickey.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frank
he's like-
Gorshin and the other guy played. There was two guys who played with her, Frank Gorshin and the other guy from Adam's Family who played
John Aston.
Yeah. You had there's three Catwomen, Julie Newmar. Actually, there was four Catwomans. Technically, there was Julie Newmar, Eartha Kitt, and there was another one.
Lee
but it was
Merriweather.
Lee Merriweather, but there was also one the Catwoman in the movie too.
As I said, Lee Merriweather. Did he just mute himself?
Wait, what?
Yeah, I said me myself. Oh, three for Mr. Freeze. Cesar Romero's a Joker. They had Bruce Lee when they had a crossover to Green Hornet.
That is true. But I just want to say as like a funny thing, like when it comes
Stop him back.
when it comes to like Joker, I think like when it comes to like his outfits, my favorite outfits he's worn are like the ones in like the Tim Burton movies
I like that
and
one too.
yeah, and the Arkham series and the MC, most because it's just a simple purple suit with the trousers and all that.
Earthly Kit. I'm joking.
Earthling, greetings, I am
remember
Earthling Kit.
I remember her from what's the movie? Shit. With Jim Varney. Oh, Ernest, the Halloween movie.
Oh, the Ernest.
The Ernest movies. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. There's
You know,
the
funny thing
Halloween
is,
one.
hey, do you want to know a fun fact? This is something like George said. Ernest was the guy who voiced Slinky Dog in Toy Story.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be honest with you. I love the Ernest movies.
Oh, really? I remember a video of the Nostalgia Crew reviewing where we talked about where he does Christmas.
There's like 10 of them. There's like 10 of Ernest movies. There's like Halloween, Christmas, goes to camp, he goes to jail, and there's a bunch of other ones. The guy's a good actor. Jim Varney is a very good actor. If you watch his other stuff besides being Ernest, he's actually very good.
To me, the most terrifying thing Joker has still ever done that's still terrifying to me was like torturing Tim Drake until he became a miniature version of himself. That to me still like. And here's the thing: the censored version, the censored death of Joker, I actually think is worse than the one with the blood because like
Wait, hold
Joker's
on. But isn't that like where like he electrocutes himself?
yeah, like here's the thing, like Tim Drake pushes him into like these water tubes, and like he's caught in all these wires with the water, and he presses a switch, and he's like electrocuted, and his screams of terror like
ah.
Yeah.
Like that's actually more terrifying than getting shot by like one of his bang guns.
That was great. I mean, yeah, that was great.
Like Batman was about to kill Joker in that film.
Well, yeah, you say like, "I'll freak you in two." Batman. If you had the guts for that kind of fun, you'd done it years ago.
Well, Joker's right.
Yeah, if you said like if you wanted to kill him, you should have done it before years ago when I came to be.
Exactly, Andrew, exactly, because exactly that's what I love about Joker and Batman's relationship.
Yeah, it's like yin and yang, flip of a coin.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Harvey Dent's coin.
Ah.
I remember Harvey Dent in anime series. He had like a third personality. He was like the judge.
Oh, he did? I didn't know that. Oh,
Yeah,
wait. You talk about the new Batman Adventures? I hated the art style in that show. I like the first animation design from when it first began the animated series.
Well, how do you know this, Degrassi?
Are you looking at Wikipedia or something?
No, Degrassi's very knowledgeable about stuff.
I mean, he's got Beetlejuice on his profile.
Beetlejuice.
I actually want to see Beetlejuice too. I'm
they're really going for it, huh?
Yeah. They said Michael Keaton and Winona Ryder on board.
Yeah, I'm excited. I like the first one.
I heard the plans to make Beetlejuice actually a good guy in the movie.
Really? Well, they kind of did that when they made that cartoon show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. I remember watching that. Yeah.
Was it supposed to be like a title they go to Hawaii or something?
Yeah, that was the plan for like years.
Yeah.
Speaking of Tim Burton, man, look at the films he's made over the years. What a resume.
Yes,
I
I
have
agree.
to say this: his last two films have not been hits.
Well,
I forgot what was his last movies. What was his last movies again?
Dumbo.
Yeah, Dumbo.
Oh, you're right. Yes, yeah. Okay.
Well, okay.
What was the second one before that?
I think the Miss Peculiar Zone for Peculiar Children.
Let me see.
But
really?
Can I just say, Aaron, Beetlejuice and Batman were hits in their time.
Of course they were. They made a good, decent amount of money. That's why it's so weird.
Dumbo.
It's so weird when people say that there's no nostalgia for Keaton's Batman. Like, are you serious?
Yeah,
it's one of the most successful Batman movies. Come on.
Yeah, when Batman came out in 1989, it was big.
Yeah,
people
it was
love
massive.
nostalgia.
Yeah, I don't know why people are saying that. I thought that was very bizarre. It's like
Oh,
so people have nostalgia for just Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. They don't, you know what I mean?
Well, people do really have nostalgia for Andrew Garfield until we found out it's gonna be No Way Home. Like people don't really talk about Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like
oh yeah, I forgot. Tim Burton created the idea for Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah,
Yes, he did.
he didn't direct it, but he produced it.
Yeah, but I still
Yeah,
consider it a
that's what the
part.
Flash has going for it. Nostalgia.
Well, yeah, but you know what I don't understand? Why is that a bad thing? When No
No,
Way
it's not
Home's
bad
whole
thing.
I'm just
idea.
saying,
Here,
like,
hold on,
this
let me
is about
explain.
the
Oh,
Flash.
I
and
know,
We're
I
not
know.
even
Hold on.
talking about the Flash.
Yeah, I know.
One at a time. Here's the thing. When you do nostalgia of like previous stuff, it has to be like done right, like serving the plot of the story, and that's what No Way Home did with the Flash movie. They're just bringing in Keaton just to make him the main Batman, which is terrible in my opinion.
But we don't entirely know that. Like that, there's a lot of assumptions there because
I
it's
got
like we don't
breaking
even
news.
have a trailer for
I
the
got breaking
Flash.
news.
Well, here's the thing. What parts might
We
be
don't know the
for you?
plot.
I got
We
breaking
don't-
news, guys.
What's
The
that?
next the Batman sequel has its new villain. I
What
will
is
show
it?
you.
Wait, already?
Yeah.
Is he gonna? Is this a troll or
Is this a
You'll
troll?
see.
he's
You'll see,
trolling?
guys.
Condiment King.
Oh man, I saw this. I saw this. I thought it was funny.
Just because Robert
Yo,
Pattinson says it's his
Pattinson's
favorite.
got a history of trolling.
Yeah, he does. But can you
Are
imagine?
you kidding me?
I know how to
That'd be
do it.
funny.
A serial killer
realistic.
version of Condiment King going
Oh,
after.
here's the thing. When he made his small
Food.
appearance in the animated series, he was like the dynamic. He just punches him and says, "Quiet."
But he didn't. He did something like make him a villain. Like
The Joker did.
Okay, Joker did. Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be
by a
hilarious.
little patch he got from Mad Hatter.
Condiment King should be like a James Gunn thing he could do. You know.
They put him in the Suicide Squad.
Or no, he could be like.
Yeah, did you see that list of all the characters he wanted to use in the Suicide
No,
Squad?
I didn't. No.
You gotta
hold
look
on,
that
hold on,
up.
let me read
Ugh.
The thing is, he wouldn't be in the Suicide Squad. You know what he should be? He should be working at the same restaurant as Vigilante.
Oh, yeah, that would be funny.
jeez.
That'd be
Let's see.
hilarious.
DeGracie says, "You know how many middle-aged nerds with deep pockets buy every goddamn Keaton Batman thing released? Many."
Yeah.
Funny.
Well, of course. Like,
Of course, of course.
same thing with Christopher Reeves Superman. Like, middle-aged nerds would buy that stuff.
Because
heard
yeah,
it-
because I read the history of the making of Batman, and when Burton casted Keaton, people hated the idea because they thought Batman was gonna be a comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, yeah, that is very true. Yep. A lot
Yeah,
of people
but
thought it was gonna bomb.
It's a stigma. It's a stigma of comedy actors, right? They can't do anything else besides comedy.
Well, not only that, but you got to think about it. The mainstream public knowledge at that time was the '66 Batman,
Yeah,
right?
and
So that
also-
also played into that role too.
And I also heard that Keaton casted he casted Keaton as Batman because of the way his eyes look when he's in the bat suit.
Yeah, that's why I was saying Robert Pattinson. I feel like him and Robert Pattison do a fantastic job in the cowl. Like Ben Affleck and even Christian Bale, I feel like they weren't.
And Batman Begins, he was good.
No, but like the visual and their like how they act in the cowl and their eyes and like the emotion.
That's-
Like Robert Pattinson was the most emotional in my opinion.
And I
Like,
also
he had a
heard-
really
I told
good
you
look.
before,
Yes.
Andrew, like in a previous stream, like the eye movements of Keaton and Pattinson are like spot on. Like
Yeah.
the way they shift their
I know
eyes
one
around.
example. I know one example. In the scene after Batman saved Vicky from the Joker, when they're driving back to the Batcave, she was asking him, "Where are we going?" And he just looks at her and just kept on driving.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
that kind of stuff. Like his like he tells
'Cause
emotion
he can't tell
through
her.
his
He can't
eyes.
tell her.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
he
Exactly.
even put a small little light on her because she didn't want to know who he was.
But that's Batman for you, right? Yeah.
But
Yeah,
so
and
many
also-
actors.
I also heard that casting Jack Nicholson as the Joker was, I think Bob Kane's first choice for the role.
Of course, look
That's
at-
interesting.
Jack Nicholson is the perfect casting as a Joker because look at other films where he was
The Shining.
portray crazy people.
The
The
Shining.
Shining,
Well,
Cuckoo's Nest.
One
Cuckoo's
Nest. Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Like
I forgot. Tom Mankiewicz did a Batman script in '85.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
and I heard that at the time Keaton was filming the first Batman, he was dating future Catwoman Michelle Pfeiffer.
I'm curious. I'm
Hmm.
curious what the Joel Schumacher Batman Forever cut is.
Well,
So
if
I
you
heard. Oh,
go
Andrew, you
ahead.
can go.
Oh, okay. I from what I've seen, like they were gonna, it was gonna be a darker movie because for there were some examples where you see Bruce Wayne go back into his family's history, showing why he does what he does.
Hmm.
Yeah, like
I
apparently
feel.
he was gonna go into like how like he blamed himself for his parents' death.
Yeah, and also that scene like we see the little kid Bruce like fall into the cave, and you see that animatronic bat flying at him.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, it was Michael Easton's pick. I forgot. My mistake.
So I saw some people complaining about the scene in the Batman with he had to get the Riddle through the cage with the bat. They're like, oh, he's still afraid of bats. I'm like, I don't think he's afraid of bats at that point. It's just that you have to be careful in his life. Bat acting it
Yeah, like
all
he just
up.
wanted to bite him.
Yeah.
And I heard Robert Pattinson that he actually had to put his hand in an actual cage with a live bat.
like, 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 he's not like yeah. Bruce was afraid of bats, but once he became Batman, he conquered that fear of bats.
Yeah, like
Hmm.
I know a good example of like how he conquers the fear. Like in Batman Begins, like when he finds the cave and he like all the bats swarm in, and then he just stands up and embraces it with his eyes closed.
Yeah. Yeah. I have the night. Or that's hilarious.
Yeah, I still love how the Batman used the song from the trailer, "Something in the Way." And it's like the only other
My
comic
love
book
likes that
movie,
song.
the only other comic book movie that ever really did that was Thor Ragnarok, which is a completely different movie from this.
Oh,
Hmm.
with the ah.
Yeah, the immigrant song.
Yeah. Led Zeppelin. Yeah.
Yeah. Um.
What's there any
Did
other
you guys
news?
ever see like Matt Reeves's Plan the Eight movies, Dawn
I
and
have
War?
not.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
have
Yeah.
not.
Yes.
Oh,
I
they're
have.
Did he
fantastic movies.
did he do all
That's
I
three
when
have.
of
I
them?
trusted Matt Reeves because he
No,
took
he only
Plan
did
the
two of
Eight.
them.
Okay, because I don't think the third one was the third one good. I don't remember. I think I seen it, but
Yeah, I
Yeah, he
love the
did the
third
third
one.
one.
okay,
Yeah, the third one, in my opinion, was better than the second one.
okay.
I wish he did the first one because the first one was interesting, but I forget who
Right now,
directed that one.
I'm
I
reading
love
some
all
more
three.
facts of the original Batman. Right now, I'm just reading some facts of the original Batman. Like, okay, no. Oh, oh, apparently Jack Nicholson's Joker's makeup went through a few complications because apparently like he had to handle the makeup himself.
No, wow.
Oh,
Yeah, it says here, like Jack Nicholson and the makeup artist had Jack's allergy to spirit gum, element of movie makeup.
Hmm.
Apparently when Keaton put on the Batman costume, he couldn't hear anything.
Hmm.
But apparently, uh, his claustrophobia was used to contribute to getting into character.
Hmm.
And apparently, the actor also contributed to the creation of Batman's disguised voice. Um, these are interesting. I like Reeves voice acts; they're cool. Um, apparently, when Keaton got cast as Batman, Adam West was jealous that he didn't get the call.
what?
Here,
Well, because like
here.
Keaton was coming off being a comedian with like Mr. Mom and Beetlejuice, probably.
Okay, it says here that
Mhm.
despite him being in the 60s when this Batman was released, West was actually wanted to reprise his role once more. West was a bit disappointed that he wasn't even called about the role, but
How old
Burton
was
no
Adam
doubt,
West though at the time?
Like
Burton
his
no doubt
60s,
want,
probably.
Okay, I'll send you them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently Batman's boots
See
in
if
the
you like
89 movie. Apparently Batman's boots in the 89 movie were made by Nike.
Yeah, it was Nikes. Yeah.
Apparently, every time Jack Nicholson went and got into the makeup chair, he fell asleep.
Oh, Jesus. It's a
apparently
long
like
process.
I would
so
too.
I wouldn't blame him.
because Keaton explained that Nicholson told producers he wouldn't be showing up to set until 9 a.m. each morning, even though everyone else got there hours earlier, because he was a morning person. Keaton further explained that when Nicholson came on set, he would briefly talk about the sports and then passed out for a few hours while they did his Joker makeup.
Oh my god.
I saw that interview. Like, apparently, like when he came, he's like, "Morning, Keats."
Yo,
Apparently,
I
like,
remember I heard a story with like Batman Begins. Like I guess on one of the first days of shooting, it was like one of those scenes where like Alfred's like waking like Bruce up, and apparently like Christian Bale actually fell asleep, and like Michael Caine's like, "You fell asleep."
and I also heard another story. Like during the scene where they're filming the Batmobile chase sequence from the cops, like a car like drove into the Batmobile, and the dude inside thought it was an alien spaceship.
Oh my
goodness.
god. That's hilarious.
If you fall asleep during shooting, that's hilarious.
Yo, apparently like when Michael Caine like first saw Heath Ledger like on set like as Joker was like when he crashed the party like like that was actually Michael Caine's actual surprise reaction.
Apparently,
Oh.
he forgot his lines too.
Yeah, because like as soon as he saw Ledger, he was like, "Oh wow."
Oh yeah, that scene. Yes, I remember that.
Did
Yeah.
he use his actual reaction?
Yeah, it's in the movie because he doesn't say his line.
Because
Oh,
he-
and
because he- Because in some different movies, they'll do it. They'll improv.
oh
Yeah, that wasn't improv. He just literally forgot his line when he showed up. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, and apparently the tumbler was built from the ground up.
Yeah, they in Hollywood, there's a lot of talented people who like makes
And also
like rigs of
apparently,
cars and stuff. It's
Yeah.
crazy what they can do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
and also apparently the Batcave was actually a real set.
Hmm.
And it wasn't like some movie magic. It was actually a real set they built.
What's? Oh yeah. Hey,
And
what's
apparently,
What's up? What's up?
oh, hey, K,
What's up?
up?
we're just talking about some funny movie facts on Batman movies.
I'm just here to represent the Dragonfly. It's the only hero that's the only hero I recognize.
Can I just say, when I watched superhero movies, that story kind of took some influence from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies.
It was a
Yeah,
that
it was
the
a
point
parody.
of it. It was a parody.
Well,
Wasn't it also parodying X-Men?
and
Yeah, it
Batman
was.
Begins.
they kind of
Fantastic
parodied. They
Four.
kind of did an X-Men. I would say this: they did the Sam Raimi parody pretty good. But they did not do the X-Men parody that well. Like they barely visited X-Men in the movie.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
while watching the movie, I was like, Drake Bell is basically just saying Tobey Maguire.
Oh, Drake Bell. I remember.
Wasn't Tracy Morgan Professor X?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah,
And
Okay.
Christopher McDonald was the villain.
Did you watch? You want to hear a funny comic book reference in the movie? You know the movie with Vince Vaughn and
Vince
Owen
Vaughn.
Wilson. They go to Silicon Valley, right? To like basically
Oh, the intern
yeah, the,
Oh, hold on.
or the
Yeah, I think
internship?
it-
I don't
and
remember.
Dylan Bryan is in it, right? I think it's the internship, something like that. And Dylan Bryan's in it, right? And Dylan Bryan doesn't like him at first. And he
I have the
trolls
clip
him.
right here. Hold on.
Yeah.
I have the clip. Let's watch
Vince
it.
Vaughn and
I hope I don't get hit for this. Here we go. Yeah, this is it.
Charles Xavier?
Very funny.
Oh shit!
Professor Xavier, sorry to bother you. If we could just talk.
Gentlemen, I don't have time for this.
Okay, Professor Xavier, we know that it's you, and listen, we really need your help.
All right, you
kind of does
found
sound
me
like
out.
Professor X.
I am Charles Xavier. And that's Cyclops and Rogue. We're all here. Now come closer. I want to share some of my telekinetic wisdom with you.
I want you to share with me because I want to know about these bugs.
Asshole! You nautical monster!
Professor Xavier's a total dick!
Oh my god!
Damn.
Oh my god, I haven't seen that clip in a while.
Yeah, like that was hilarious. Yeah, we were talking about like what? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Kados, I want to get your thoughts on the Grace, what she did yesterday, dropping
Oh, her
her
juicy
so-called
man.
yeah.
I will say this now. Grace Randolph is correct 120% of the time. If anyone tells me her scoops are fake, you
Uh-oh.
are a liar and you
Oh
are a
no.
scammer and you're insane. Grace Randolph gets everything right.
Oh really? What about the dick pics from Birds of Prey?
They was there. You guys was just not looking hard enough. You didn't open your
Well,
eyes to
oh
see
my god.
if they was inside the diamond, right? Remember, you got to open your third eye with these movies, man.
Who
Oh,
the hell has the
shit,
third
man.
eye? Who the hell has the third
She
eye?
was wrong. Kathy M did not know nothing about her movie because
Really? You're judging a girl?
she was
Hold on.
ghost directing her movie. Grace Randolph actually directed.
Hold on.
Oh,
K-Dot.
shit, man.
I'm like, hold hostage. What the hell? Okay. Aren't you the hold on, K-Dot. Aren't you the same guy who said that you were held hostage about doing it in a taxi cab like in the MCU?
Oh, shit.
Well, I exactly said an MCU fan. Well, I was in the lift. I found out the driver was an MCU fan, and when he gave me his opinion, I felt like a hostage because.
That's just stupid, dude.
No, I'm joking. So I saw that her scoop was about Ben Affleck returning, and
Affleck.
it was something else.
Well, Ben
Ben
Affleck
Affleck
dying.
willing to stay. She said he was
Yeah.
he was willing to stay in the role, and that he
Yeah.
wasn't dying. That was there any more that I missed?
Not really.
That was pretty much it.
Yeah, and then she.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
But the people into the specific fandom took it as that it's coming back. That the Snyder verse is coming back, but they didn't read everything she said. Like
Right, because
Or they didn't actually, interpret
yeah.
what you like. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many different ways you can interpret that thing. Doesn't necessarily mean the Snyderverse is coming back. Like so many people were claiming. It was just ridiculous.
right, because we have to factor in too. It's still Ray Fisher is totally up in the air, and as long as Walter
Mhm.
Hamada's there,
That
Ray
reminds
Fisher's
me.
not coming back. And if Ray Fisher does come back when Walter Hamada's there, it's going to kind of ruin his.
I don't think Ray Fisher's going to come back.
Yeah,
I would
because
say-
if he did, he'd give Andy and Joey a lot of money.
Oh fuck.
Sorry, I had to say it.
Andy and Jody right now have more stuff to worry about because they've been this week.
Yeah, with young Ripper.
Yeah.
Or well, Andy got exposed again. Not surprised. The guy's a
by
predator.
his
He's a
ex-wife.
creepy.
No, not
No.
one of his mods,
Just
former mods.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I
They
surprised.
both
like,
creepy dudes, bro.
Here's the thing. I bet he saw that video and just didn't give a crap.
Mm.
Mm.
But yes, I'm just saying, if Ben Affleck wants to do more projects as Batman, fine. But it doesn't necessarily mean it's because of the Snyderverse. It means he's possibly talking with the regime right now. And he's on good terms with them, and he likes the direction they're going. And he's in a better place in his life than he was a few years ago.
Well, he was kind of fine when he was making BVS and Man of Steel.
Yeah, like
What
Just-
was Batman saying? BVS, don't believe everything you hear, son.
That's a good one, George. That's a good one.
I
have a bad history with freaks dressed like clowns.
They look at these when they move the slate for the movie schedule, right, for the DC. Everybody's forgetting one thing. It's not just DC they move some other projects as well. Like the Meg or whatever, and another thing. Also, but it's also the same people that are into that fandom don't realize that. Warner Brothers or AT&T are not just focusing on DC stuff. They have other stuff, not just the entertainment, but other things like the telecommunication company stuff. Not company, but the telecommunication aspect. They have other stuff to worry about. That's more to me. I think to them, it's more important than.
Well, they have a merger.
Yeah.
Like, there's a bunch of people who are like obviously worried about that. There's like a lot of people are focusing on the DC stuff, but I didn't hear anybody talk about Wonka getting delayed.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's saying people acting like there's some big conspiracy when it's like there's two other projects getting delayed.
Yeah.
And also,
speaking of Wonka,
Oh, go.
sorry.
Sorry, Andrew. Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, speaking of Wonka, I rewatched the Tim Burton version of Willy Wonka, and it's not that bad.
I agree.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, I prefer the original, but compared to other remakes, like it's a decent one.
Here's the thing, like
Yeah, it's alright.
I was watching the history of Willy Wonka, and they were talking about how Tim Burton's version is actually closer to the books.
Yeah,
course.
that is true. Yeah.
Yeah,
I still like
because you didn't have the
the original,
Slugworth like spy thing.
mhm.
Well, yeah.
It's so weird that
Alright,
every time I
continue.
watch the Wonka movies, it's like the grandparents are living in the same bed, and how long is the grandfather? A joke? How long has the grandfather been in the bed for?
20 years.
Like to me, Gene Wilder is still my Willy Wonka. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yo, like
Yeah.
you hear that conspiracy theory that the grandpa is the secret villain of Willy Wonka?
Yes, I've heard that. Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say? What'd you say?
The Grandpa Joe is the real villain of Willy Wonka because he's so selfish.
Oh my god.
Oh no, but so what I was trying to say was like with this, people think it's some big conspiracy, right? That this means something about the Snyderverse and stuff. It's just that the films got pushed back. They're getting delayed because James Wan even said he needs more time to finish the movie.
There's so many reasons why
Right.
they delayed it.
They want to
Whatever.
They want
Yeah,
to touch up
continue.
on the visual effects. They may have to reshoot some stuff. Who knows? Flash isn't even done filming, so people need
Exactly.
to factor that in. So this just gives them more time to finish shooting, reshoot things, finish up those visual effects because I do not want a Black Widow and No Way Home situation because we seen what happened with those. Not saying No Way Home had bad visual effects, but it was obvious that the pandemic was part of the reason the visual effects did look a little bit wonky. Because when
And
that
that
No Way Home, they're patching it while it's in theaters. I don't
yeah,
want that
and that
flash.
that there's something to say about that because a lot of people who continue to put out these conspiracy theories, again, they do not work in the industry. They don't realize that people are crunching, okay, creating these visual effects. I don't see nobody's talking about that. These people are working 7-hour crazy hour shifts. I mean, like 80, 100 hours a week. I don't see anybody talking about that. That's a factor into why these movies got delayed because the Black Adam still needs reshoots. They still need to work on the VFX. They need some more time. And it's like people just this is why it's so frustrating with this fan base because they don't actually work in the industry. They don't understand how things operate. And then they come up with these conspiracy theories like, oh, maybe the Snyderverse. Like, no, that doesn't mean anything. Like again, the MCU did this and no one batted eye. And then and then when people brought it up, oh no, that's different. They showed us a trailer. And what does that mean? They didn't show us an official trailer with marketing and posters and everything like that. Like, what does that even mean?
That's what I was trying to tell people. Like, the MCU literally changed their Phase 4 slate back in 2019. And we know why, COVID and stuff. Nobody was saying about that. Everyone's like, Phase 4, it's coming, yay. Because WandaVision was not supposed to be the first thing to come out of Phase 4, if we remember, right?
Yep. Kevin Feige himself said that.
Yeah.
But you know, I wasn't hard on them about it because they said COVID. I was like, okay, shoot. At least we're still getting the products. It's the same thing with the DC. Oh my gosh, that there's a strong bias against some DC stuff. I understand, they had their best as a BVS and even Man of Steel and some other stuff, but people are being a little bit too biased here about the situation.
Yes. Here's what I'm noticing. Like, they're listening to what they want to hear from people who don't even know what an assembly cut is.
Right.
But it's not even that though. It's not even that group. It's the other group who's also against this, bending their knee, going like, "Oh, maybe this means something." It's like, no. It does not mean absolutely nothing. They're still shooting the movie. We didn't even know if the movie was going to come out this year. We were all saying, how could they release Aquaman or Flash and Aquaman back to back?
Or Batgirl.
When have they ever?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, right. So it's like it didn't even make sense to begin with. So it's like, of course, something was going to get delayed. So they shifted it all up. It needs more time. There's a rational explanation, but it's like everybody just wants to,
and
act like it's doom and gloom.
They're bumping up a movie that is already done, that's done a few test screenings, that's ready to go, So like they delayed some films, but they also bumped up a film that's ready to go.
And it's smaller in budget, and it can compete with Avatar 2. So
Yeah.
Aquaman and Avatar 2 would have eaten each other, like the box office. So it's like I don't know what people are complaining and crying about and talking about all these conspiracy theories.
So remember how Doctor Strange 2, they said one of the reasons why it got delayed was because they wanted to film additional cameos.
Yes, and
research,
and also because Benedict Cumberbatch, I think it was either Benedict Cumberbatch or someone else had another obligation, and so they had to push back the film.
It was Benedict.
Right? Yeah. So that's also the Flash. We know is going to have a bunch of cameos. It could be very possible that hey, we need a reshoot with Ben Affleck, but he's not available until next year in the fall. Okay, well the movie comes out in November, so
because like wasn't he only on set for like a week or something or two?
I think it was maybe like 3 weeks or something like that.
So like maybe they're getting more Ben Affleck scenes in there, or maybe
like there's so many different possibilities.
Like what if
we don't know?
Throwing Grant Gustin's like Flash in there? Like we don't know who's going to be in this film.
Yeah,
I think Grant Gustin's Flash. Can you imagine if he was in there?
Oh, it
could be possible.
It could be possible. I mean, they did it in the Arrowverse, so why not?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't really know who's going to be in it.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. I mean, heck, we could have like I don't know, Christian Bale's Batman.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, like people don't understand it could be possible that these actors had other obligation and their schedules conflict. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, these VFX houses are overworked. I don't see nobody talking about that. I know there's so many people that I know that work in some of these VFX houses that are busting their asses off. And people, these fans, they don't get that. They don't work in this industry. They don't know how a movie gets made. They never made a movie. They want to they want to come up with all these conclusions. Right, and it's like go work in the industry and tell me how easy it is.
Is the next season the final season? Is next season the final season? The Flash?
I have no idea.
I don't think so. I thought it was gonna go until. I thought they announced season 9.
They did. I know they announced the next season. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, look. Post-production and stuff like that for movies, it's actually a very, very long time, and it's a stressful work hours.
Yes.
And it's not something that gets. Look at a video game. For video games, it's even worse for video games.
It's about the same, yeah.
Like,
some of these people, like I said, working 100 hours a week.
Was good.
Yeah, but they had to crunch to get that. How good? How to get? I mean, even that movie as an example, they had to delay it because there was backlash, and that VFX team had to work overtime. Yeah, they had to work. Yeah, right. So, but the video game industry there's Jason Schreier has a book about how terrible and like how exhausting it is, where like some of these studios just go under completely after putting out a massive hit, right? And it's like, why is the studio going under after they just made like $500 million, right? And the same thing with these VFX teams. Some of them have gone under. Some of them are working on multiple projects. Sometimes Marvel is contracting the same VFX team for movies that are coming out within the same year. And I'm not making this up. You could go look it up. Some of these VFX houses are actually in Toronto too, Aaron. Yeah, like there's ones that worked on some
Secret
Avengers
Invasion.
Movies. Yeah, they're gonna do Secret Invasion reshoots here, but yeah, right. And so it's like, again, people don't understand that this is very stressful for a lot of people at the bottom, and they're not unionized, right? Hollywood is unionized, right? So it's easier to, right? So, again, people don't know the politics behind Hollywood. They don't understand.
I remember there was a couple months ago before the new year, there could have been a strike.
Yeah.
And that could have delayed that could have made things a lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
We're living in this crazy world.
Well, Hollywood is just a crazy place in general. Like, you're going to be working 12 hours, like on set, 12, 13 hours. Like, there's security guards that are working 20 hours. grips, and all these people are working, crazy hours, and it's hard labor. Like there's
That's why they're going on strike for stuff like that.
yeah, the people at the below the line. Yeah. Again, like these people have never worked on a movie set. They don't know how grueling it is. They don't understand that it may be, entertainment at the end of the day, but this is how people, feed their family and stuff. Yes, there's a lot of money that's involved. And that's why a lot of people have problems when like celebrities come on set and they act like dicks. Because it's like, hey, you're the main show here, right? Like I'm not sure if you guys seen that stuff with Tom Hardy where he was showing up late on set.
Here's the thing about actors and actresses.
Yeah, and Mad Max.
Yes, that's a Charlie Stern. Here's the thing: actors and actresses, they do the acting on screen, but it's people behind the scenes that make them look good.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's something that needs to be said about all these fanboys who, again,
yeah.
Oh, okay. But all these people who I always criticize, and I'll continue to criticize, who do not work in this industry, but like to talk about how they know all this stuff that when they don't. Okay, go work on a movie set for 20 hours. Go make your own film, put it into a festival. Go do that and tell me how it goes. Okay, so I'm just saying,
because I know you have experience. This is coming from someone who has experience.
Yeah. Like, and there's people I know that work. I've talked to a lot of people. I've made movies myself, even though they're shit. I'm still pretty young too, right? Like I haven't gone fully in the industry, but like I know what's going on, and I know how grueling it is to work some of these hours. It's crazy.
If you're a Maxis stream, you would shut everybody down easily.
I mean, yeah, but then it wouldn't be fun, right? So that's why I just don't say anything. Yeah,
I know. Because I think that's what people don't understand with that's why people don't like Jarbo, because Jarbo has experience in the film
industry. He's worked in the movie industry. Yeah, like I can't shit on him. He knows what he's talking about, even if it's smaller productions. It's like, yeah, the industry is fucking hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's rough. People are gonna base you on, if you're an actor, they're gonna base you on your looks. If you're a writer, and some people are not even gonna give you the time of day. They're just like, fuck off, I don't care. Right? That's how the industry is.
You know how many scripts studios get? A lot. And what the percentage
Tons.
is? The percentage is like probably less than 1%.
Yeah. It's crazy. People and any level, it's insane.
Yeah.
That's just the reality of it, It's unfortunate, but
hey Arkham.
What's up, Arkham?
Oh, Arkham, hey.
I just got home from work.
Oh yeah.
I'm working tomorrow at 5:30.
It's freaking snowing out. Like I hate the snow.
It was snowing for us too yesterday.
Oh.
I'm sick of
You
the
guys live
snow.
near Boston or something?
We live in Toronto. Me and
I live in the East Coast, so like.
I think you're like in the New York, New Jersey area. I think you're like around there. Like.
Yeah, I'm in New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, same weather basically as us.
Yeah. What are you guys talking about?
We're talking about like how people think they know what's going on in the filming industry when they really don't.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they don't know shit.
Yes.
They don't exactly.
And so like, as much as I like, people don't know what's going on in the film industry, to be honest, and like, I understand people want certain things to be restored. It's a 50-50 with that, and what happens if it does? Like, this is how I perceive it is. Remember when Jason Kilar came aboard and we got the Snyder Cut and stuff like that? People all thought he was going to restore the Snyderverse. Then I feel like people are climbing on this new guy that owned in the merger and think that it's going to be restored also.
Savsaw's probably never heard of the Snyderverse or knows
I don't think so. Like, I think what his plan is to restructure WB. That's what his plan is.
Yeah, and when we restructure WB, it doesn't mean necessarily the movies or TV. It could be other stuff.
No, it means so many different things. The content.
Like,
that's why they were bought out by, they're merging with Discovery,
I
because
read
Discovery is
headline.
super successful with their television and their
I read
streaming.
I think it was Deadline or something like that. The WB is in huge debt and stuff like that. So like what I think what
Because every studio is.
yeah, every studio is, and like I think like he's there to restructure everything in a better way. But that doesn't mean he's gonna restructure the DC department. I think he's just restructuring the WB as a brand, like get people's trust back and everything like that. That doesn't mean like he's gonna like like you have so many like moving parts within this. This is what I think is happening. I think he's restructured. He thinks I think he's gonna restructure like WB, like make a lot of new changes and everything like that. With like departments and everything like that. Like we have to be honest, the marketing with the WB is terrible. So I feel like they have to like.
I personally think it's not going to change a lot of people. I think some of the people that already have jobs there are going to keep their job.
Yeah,
I think there is going to be some type of shift up. We'll see. Some type, yeah. It's all going to depend on that. That's why I say like
you can't just. Some of these people think, oh, he's going to go as soon as he's allowed. He's just going to fire his people right away.
No, yeah.
No, it's gonna take months. It's gonna take like months, probably.
It could take years.
And also like it could be that kind of situation. Say for example, Tommy Emmerich, Walter Mott, and Cernoff. Well, I think it's always possible that like you have these movies coming up, like the big hitters and with DC and other probably movies. Like, but I think he's focused on DC. If those are a success, like I think like they're proven. I think like what the idea is like they have to prove themselves that they can stay and not like
yes.
And if their movies are successful, I'm sorry, they're gonna stay.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's all going to depend, and that's also why I think they might have delayed just a little bit, right? For other reasons, as they want to make this look, Flash and all these movies as nice as possible.
Yeah,
right?
very
If
good.
these are all hitting 90 Rotten Tomatoes, these are all getting good cinema scores. They do really well at the box office. They have really good legs. That means we're going to get more of these movies, right?
Okay, look
that's
at
a good thing in my opinion.
Well, like they're trying to impress their new boss. So like if you
Yeah.
impress your new boss and like it's similar to like when you're like in a business and stuff like that. Like when a new guy comes on board and stuff like that, you want to impress him and stuff like that, him or her, and like you keep your job.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, wait. So all right. So let me ask a question. So Zaslav, this dude from Discovery that wants to come in, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Has he expressed like he just wants to come here and help fix the management of the departments, right?
Yeah.
Like,
well, he has a lot of different
about what
plans.
type of specific
he has a lot of different plans.
Has he been coming and talking about like specific content he want to do, or has he mainly been talking about management?
I think he mostly been talking about like restructuring and management within WB.
Okay, it's mostly because this is the thing. People are confusing like the restructuring of the management and the content that's coming out. Because I haven't heard him say nothing about like, yo, I want to do this type of content with DC. Yeah. I want to do this content here with this Harry Potter thing.
Like what his plan, I think what they're focusing on right now is restructuring everything, like making things better within like the company and like I it's like a restructure kind of thing within WB that's gonna go on for at least 2 or 3 years. Like things can change with DC. I'm not saying it won't, but I think his main focus is restructuring, like the restructure.
Right, because this is the thing. People are acting like he's only focused on coming there with DC stuff.
No,
DC is a big property that Warner Brothers has.
It's only a tiny part of Warner Brothers.
Yes.
Right. And these people are saying that DC is failing. The two most successful things that came up this year, it's actually getting positive reviews. Peacemaker and Batman.
Right, because
they're having a good start.
Yeah, and people forgetting with Warner Brothers, like they have the CW, Cartoon Network, all these other a bunch of like all these networks that is under them, all this stuff, and people think they're just focused on DC, like restructuring DC specifically.
No,
Like,
yeah.
no, there's
Actually,
more
yeah.
to it
And
than
and
that.
remember, this is Discovery. Discovery has their own stuff like TLC and all that stuff. So they have to now take that and be like, how do we fit it with Warner Brothers content now? That's another thing I don't see anybody talking about.
But I do think this is how I feel like certain when you have certain departments within like not just DC but like within Warner Brothers. Say for example, the gaming department. You also have the TV department. You have the
Yeah.
movie department. I feel like it's not gonna be just DC, but I feel like they're get do the management with that both departments better because let's be honest, the management with those areas aren't very good. Like say for example, new game announces and stuff like that. You don't hear shit for anything with WB when you
Mhm.
get a game announced and like nothing you hear about. Like I feel like there has to be better management with like communication. Like you have to have some kind of manager or something. Like not to now say update every day, but I'm saying like you have to keep it concise and like know what's
Yeah,
going on.
consistent. Yeah.
Consistent and know if it's still in progress or not.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Right.
I think the reason why WB Games hasn't talked a lot is because there was always I think there's something going on with them as a publisher because they wanted to sell off some studios, right? So, but then they always kind of like, go back on it and stuff. So
Oh, that was just an
Yeah,
example.
didn't they backtrack on selling stuff?
Yeah.
yeah, they did. Yeah.
Okay.
Like those things are not gonna sell off, but I feel like the management is gonna change within those departments.
Yeah. I honestly think they're not going to sell off. Like they're going to see Arkham Knight, its performance. Yeah, got Gotham Knight. Sorry.
Which will do well.
And see its performance. Yeah, and then kind of like go from there. And also they have the Harry Potter game, which I'm not sure if it's going to come out this year. I feel like it's going to get delayed, but
no, it comes out.
It's gonna get. Yeah.
I just feel like it's going to get.
As soon as Scarlet's next year.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
And
that's
I was
next
also
year.
and I was also looking at like this too because look, we know what Discovery is as a network. They're a nature, science, food, blah 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 network, right?
Yeah.
And I'm over here thinking this whole time like, okay, it's cool that he's coming to do management, but people really think David Zaslav is going to come in there with some new original ideas with this stuff. Like he's coming from a network that talks about food, nature, and science and shit. Nobody cares about that shit besides old people and like at most. This is what he'll do. Zaslav will be like, "Oh my gosh, DC Super Pets. Let's create a Super Pets cinematic universe about pets and animals." Since he comes from the Nature and Science Network, it's just I don't see him bringing in any, like any original content that's gonna make people like really flock to Warner Brothers like they already have. Because Warner Brothers is the one who makes content that people want to see, whether it be just DC or anything in general.
Here's a game thing. You know, the Skywalker Saga for the Lego Skywalker comes out next month, April 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who's making it, right?
Yeah, TT Games. Warner Brothers is publishing. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's going to do well. I guarantee you that's going to do well. And that game's been delayed for like 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys saw that, but there was like
they just delayed it again when they dropped that other trailer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, there was like some dude claiming that they're gonna make like an Infinity Saga game, and it's like, bro, their last game got delayed like for 2 years. Like, there's no way they're gonna release another game next year.
Yeah,
Not next year,
especially Infinity Saga. Like,
yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if the next one will be Infinity Saga, but definitely not next year.
No.
Did you guys hear that? I think the Batman made over 400.
400. Yeah,
400 million
worldwide.
Remember, it has to make 800 million to break even.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna make 800. This is only the second week, Like if you think about because it's like the
And there's no competition in March, by the way.
yeah
Like it has March to itself.
what and like you because the movie came out on Friday the 4th, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the official release
So
date, yeah.
like it's only been 2 weeks, so like that's impressive for 2 weeks.
It was
Mhm.
on
Also,
Monday.
Also, like this, I went to go watch the movie Friday, and I was trying to watch in Dolby IMAX at like 5:30, sold out.
Mhm.
It was like the only seats left is like the front row seats. Well, just the front row, like the first front row.
Yeah,
But pretty
yeah.
much like damn near sold out, and I'm like, woo. And I think,
And people
and
call
also
this
it has a
movie
boost too, like
and
with the-
people call this movie a flop. What?
right, and also has a boost
Yeah.
with the early IMAX showing. Had a boost with that. It's about to be in China the 18th of this month. It's gonna make it to that
I do
$1 billion
have a
mark.
feeling it will make $1 billion, but it won't. It will make $1 billion. It's no doubt it won't. Like we all know it's going to. But like I don't think it probably surpassed. Like people are saying it will surpass No Way Home. I'm not sure if it will. The only thing I'll say is it'll make $1 billion. That's all I'm saying.
Mhm.
I think it will make $1 billion, but I would not be surprised if it just makes under that about 800, 900.
It could be the first $900 million movie
Yeah.
because there's been no movies that actually have made 900 million. It's very
I know
interesting.
BVS came close.
Close, yeah, it
I
did.
think the Batman will surpass BVS and Man of
It
Steel.
is. It's on pace to do that right now.
Yes.
Yeah, for its second weekend, it's
Oh,
doing
BVS.
better.
I think BVS had the second biggest drop off in movie history.
Yes, I think it was like 70 something percent.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that was on pace for $1 billion.
Yep. Yeah, it was.
And also
That movie dropped like a rock. It's fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
and also the film not being that good kind of killed the repeat viewings. Yes, like
Yeah.
it's this thing. I say yes, the movie made a lot of money, but the movie should have made over $1 billion. No excuses. No, it was the second film of no. This is Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. Because to me, in my honest opinion, movies have made $1 billion before, and they only been like part of one franchise. Like
Yeah.
Avatar.
Or no franchises.
Yeah, no Avatar. What's the James Cameron? Titanic.
Yes,
Made $1
Titanic.
billion.
Yeah.
Titanic, yeah.
There's no Titanic sequel. Made $1 billion. And that's a movie about a romance on a boat, a ship.
Mhm.
Takes like the halfway point for the ship to finally start sinking.
All right.
Did you guys know? I know not a lot of people like his Bruce Wayne, but did you know the inspiration that Matt Reeves took from his Bruce Wayne? I think it's Frank Miller's Batman Year One, where
Yes, it is.
Mhm.
I think he describes in the graphic novel you have a drifter kind of Bruce Wayne in the graphic novel that he used inspiration on.
Mhm.
And like that's actually pretty cool. People say that I'm sorry. People say that they read the graphic novel, but they don't because
No, they don't. We know they don't.
Yeah, I actually need to reread that graphic novel. My memory of it is fuzzy. But I remember I was having a conversation with somebody the other day, Arkham.
Yeah.
And they was trying to. So it was about how accurate Ben Affleck's Batman is, right? And I was like, the only thing accurate about Ben Affleck's Batman is the ears and that symbol. And someone's trying to say that, they both hate Superman, so that's a comparison.
Oh
He
my
doesn't
God.
even hate Superman he doesn't hate Superman in the fucking the graphic novel. He just dislikes that he's a government lapdog, but doesn't hate Superman. He's not trying to kill Superman in the graphic novel either.
You know what I want to
Superman is a government lapdog.
I want to hear someone ask David Zaslav, like, what do you think
We're
of
trying to kill
the
Superman at BVS because he thinks he's.
I want that too, George, so
potential
bad.
And Zaslav say, what's a Snyderverse?
Oh, you're gonna hurt that's a stake to the heart right there.
Like seriously, like I want to hear someone ask him, like, there's these reports of rumor of restore the Snyderverse. There's these hashtags. What do you think of it? And he's like, What's a Snyderverse? Like, no.
that
what
would
is
be
that?
that would be so funny.
Oh, like.
And they
Well, apparently, the Snyderverse Trinity is took front and center on the DC banner Twitter page.
Well, of
you know
course
why?
it is. They're the
Of course
most
it is.
popular
DC owns
DC
them.
characters.
Yeah, you see.
Yeah, the
you see
DC owns them.
Pattinson's Batman.
Like to me,
I see comic book version of Wonder Woman in the background, and same
I
as
see,
Superman.
I see Robert Pattinson on the side.
Yeah.
And that's the
Yeah.
right check. Who owns these characters?
DC.
Well, who owns DC?
Warner-
But-
I'm not gonna lie.
Warner
That,
Brothers.
I'm not gonna lie. That banner's kind of ugly. They got
What?
like
Yeah.
It is.
they got the
It
theatrical
is, I
ones
agree.
in front of the
Yeah.
in front of the comic ones.
What's wrong with that?
They should put Pattison.
It didn't merge together well. Like
Yeah,
you could
it's
just
not-
tell.
whoever
Yeah,
edited
the
that-
composition.
You know what? You know what they should have done? You know what they should have done to get these people all riled up? Put Peacemaker in front.
Nah.
Yeah, Peacemaker.
Wait, oh,
Yes.
screw Peacemaker. Who? No, I don't care about him.
Everybody loves Peacemaker.
But no, I think it's just they got Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman, popular DC characters. They're just showing us some love, and those are the current movie versions.
Hmm.
I mean, hey, they could have probably put Robert Pattinson's Batman on there.
They probably should have.
Yeah, front and center. Yeah, they could have.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal. Like Warner Brothers owns it's people have a stupid idea that these actors have a contract with Zack Snyder.
Well, people act like Zack Snyder made these characters popular. No, they were always popular. Like, come on.
Well,
like,
here's
seriously.
the thing. Batman was popular when the Adam West series came out, and then kicked it up more when the Tim Burton movie came out in '89.
Hey Tim, what's up?
Well, these characters, what I mean by popular, as in they were always recognizable. Like people to this day still talk about the Linda Carter Wonder Woman. Like people that are like who grew up on it, like they're in like their 50s and probably like late 40s. Like I hear them talking about that. Okay, so I don't know where this idea that like only just Zack Snyder made these characters popular. No, they were always popular.
All right, and look, I'm looking at this David Zaslav dude. This dude is 62 years old. He don't care about no internet drama.
Yeah, exactly.
This dude is
This-
62 years old. This man,
I think-
he's relaxing. He's on the beach. He's like
Man's playing golf.
Island. Yeah, he's just chilling, man.
Yeah,
It's
this
all
man,
legal.
this man is living it up, and all these people are like thinking like this man is thinking about Snyderverse 24/7. This man
I
don't
know.
give two shits.
Maybe,
Like,
and,
come on.
and obviously when he gets in there, he's gonna hear more talks about the Snyderverse and stuff. But I don't think that's part of his priorities, because then he's gonna think about management. All right, he's thinking management. That's thinking about we do the Snyderverse, do it on HBO Max. Dang, but we got to put like 300 million into this onto a streaming service.
And also,
that doesn't seem profitable.
Let's be honest. Warner Brothers is probably gonna announce a bunch of shit at DC fandom anyway.
Did they say if they was doing another one this year? I hope they are.
I hope they do.
Are they doing? Is Comic Con happening?
No, they're doing.
I don't think so.
No?
They're doing another one because the other one was so successful. Like 2021.
Yeah, it was like over 70 million views.
Yeah.
And you also got the fact, and that's from people who watched on the site Arkham, and then you tag on the views from YouTube, Twitter, all that stuff.
It actually did better than the actual 20. I think it was 2020, if I'm correct.
Yeah, 2020.
Yeah.
Yes, it did much better.
Yeah, it did much better. Even though it didn't have the Snyderverse, it still did better.
It's just and this is like the second time they did it, and I hope they're learning from it, because my problem with the second one, too much filler of stuff. Like it could have been less.
Yeah.
It could have been even shorter. I'd say
I think
if it was 4 hours. Try to break it down to 2.
I didn't get the black suit Superman. I know I understand it's from the Death and Return of Superman, but the black suit Superman served really no purpose in that movie.
Yeah, I agree. It's just a homage. That's really it.
Yeah.
I did like I liked a lot of the comic book stuff. That was awesome.
Honestly, it was just fan service to me. It was like the
Yeah.
shoot. I would say people may not like the movie, but the freaking Golden Eagle armor had more of a reason to be in Wonder Woman 84 than the black suit in Zack Snyder's Justice League.
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
Mhm.
we're probably gonna get like another DC fandom this year. Like the other one was so successful. So like if it's something successful, they're gonna keep doing it. Like even if Comic-Con comes back, like Warner Brothers doing their own thing. Disney's doing their own thing with Disney. Whatever that they have like with
No, D23.
D23. So like they're not gonna go back to Comic-Con, to be honest.
No.
They're not.
No.
All these companies are done with these type of events. Like, look at the gaming industry. E3 is dead.
E3 is dead. It's all virtual now, like E3 basically.
Yeah.
Like,
Same as the Game Awards. The Game Awards. The only reason why you got the Warner Brothers only did that just I don't think they're I feel like they're just gonna announce their games at DC fandom
Yeah.
I don't it was cool to see the Wonder Woman. I'm not saying it's not cool that we got Wonder Woman announcement, but but they're probably gonna do all those other announcements at DC fandom, to be honest. Because I see a bunch of announcements with films, TV shows, and etc. Or not a lot of films. I'm not saying you're gonna have all these bunch of films. Things were pushed back, but you're also gonna get some new stuff. I also think, and you're probably gonna get updates with certain things as well. But that's all. But I think DC fandom's gonna be great as it was last year. People can call it trash dome all they want, but it wasn't really trash. It was good.
mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
what did people really I'm sorry, but people expected for some reason the Snyderverse, the Air cut, and stuff like that. It's technically that's not on DC or anything like that. You expected that.
Just
Right. And for me with David Ayer, right? Like with David Ayer, so his case is that he has 40 extra minutes, right, of footage. And I'm looking at it like this. I already didn't like the 2 hours and something minutes of what you already gave me. Why would 40 minutes make that better? Because even though the studio told him to make some changes, he still directed the theatrical cut we got in 2016. And honestly, the movie was just one big music video. It wasn't even a movie. It was a music
yeah, what kind was a music video?
had some great songs, but the thing was a music video. I was like,
I mean, it got nominated for was it costume design or the soundtrack?
It got nominated for costume
Makeup.
Yeah, they have some good costumes.
Makeup.
Yeah.
Costumes and makeup effects. It
won the Oscar that year.
Really? How could it get awarded for the costume design? Have you seen a trend?
Or the makeup. The makeup design. Yeah.
Oh.
The makeup design, I'll give them that. Yeah, it was pretty good.
I mean, except for Tantrums. The Tantrums was pretty bad. Oh.
Even though that Killer Croc was weak and puny, his makeup and stuff wasn't that bad.
That was I agree, but that wasn't Killer Croc. That's not what Killer Croc is.
We wanted a nice
was that Killer Croc inspired by the anime series Killer Croc? Because remember, he was super small and
he reminds me of the is it the Koopas from the Mario movie?
Yeah.
That's what he reminds me of.
He was wearing a leather jacket too.
Yeah.
Hey, you know how a lot of people make those jokes about the Hamada burgers? We've gotten some delicious Hamada burgers.
I know, right?
Seriously, the best burgers in the world that I've had.
Look at Hamada's resume. Hamada's resume, if you look at his resume, it speaks for itself.
Marvel makes McDonald's, but Hamada's making these luxury burgers. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, and look, people may say I'm a WWE show, but I'll say this. Birds of Prey was shit. Wonder Woman 84, while I liked it, not as good as the first. Not as good.
Yeah,
I have yet to see that movie. I have yet to see that.
I love the first Wonder Woman.
And what else? What else came out in here? Like he started in 2018 with the Aquaman. Yeah, like so far he's been legit. Like Shazam, Aquaman, Joker, the Batman,
Like I'm
Suicide
not
Squad.
I'm not saying all
Hamada's
DC
resume been legit so far with DC stuff. He only had like 2 mess ups now. It was Wonder Woman 84 and
Birds of Prey.
Birds of Prey.
Yeah,
I didn't even mind Birds of Prey, to be honest.
But
Yeah, no, I didn't mind it either.
like you only have 2 mess ups, and that's not. People are acting like all DC movies are terrible. Like just because you have like people act like Marvel doesn't have 1 or 2 bad movies. Like
yeah, I agree with that.
What a
Like
difference.
Marvel,
The difference.
Marvel.
Oh, sorry.
They have a good reputation.
No,
that's
go.
why.
Sorry.
Or
Yeah,
the
that.
difference in Marvel, they say, this the same old excuse, like, well, they have the reputation, they put out more,
Yeah.
they it's a connected universe, blah blah blah. But if I really like, if I'm being real and I look at the majority of the MCU movies, there's like really only like maybe 5, 7 top notch ones out of so many. I look at the MCU
I would
like
say 5.
I look at the MCU like a music album.
music album.
There's probably
Yeah.
gonna be like 3 out of 18 songs that you're gonna like from this album.
I agree. That's the best analogy. That is such a good analogy because it's like there's only really top 5 in my opinion.
Right. And, they've been having the same problem with the bad villains consistently. They're not being really much of a different type of tone and stuff with each of the films. Like this is the beauties of what WB's doing. I don't even think ADMC's going to do this, and they have the multiverse to take advantage of it. You come out with your main universe stuff, and then something like the Joker, which is totally different from what your cinematic universe would be,
Yeah,
or the
that's what
Batman,
they're doing.
or even something like the Batman. So I think yes, the MCU is doing the multiverse, but will we see a film like the Joker from the MCU, even if they got the multiverse thing?
No.
Oh hell no!
We ever will.
And you know what happened was? When people got Eternals, whether they think it's good or bad, Eternals try to be different, and a lot of people are shitting on it because of how different it is.
And
I still feel like it is
I mean,
samey
hey,
though.
I'll say they tried to be different, but Chloe Zhao, I think her problem with that movie is this. The only good thing for me that movie really does is it sets up the cosmic stuff.
Yeah.
But you look at the movie as itself, the cast is very weak. The characters are boring, uninteresting. The Chloe Zhao, the main lead, Gemma Chan, boring. Like,
Yeah, I agree.
Character. I was like, just make Icarus was already boring enough, but I liked him because he has some cool powers and stuff, and I liked the twist with him. I was like,
Oh yeah.
I just
Those
wish-
people
I was
complain
like-
about him being
And
a
with the
Superman.
multiverse idea, like I like the idea, like because people think this is Flashpoint, it's a mixture. So like
yes. It's a mix.
this is if you ever know the guy from DC called Grant Morrison.
Yeah.
Grant Morrison is the guy that invented the multiverse with DC Comics and everything like that. He was brought on in his
Well, Grant Morrison didn't invent the multiverse. That was a little bit before his time because the Golden Age is different from the Silver
Yeah.
Age, and then there was the
But
crisis on.
he like expanded, I would say. Like
I would say Grant Morrison is in. Grant Morrison likes to use a lot of stuff from the Golden Age and Silver Age, right? Like I forget that one Batman starts with a Z, but he used that one time in his series. Yeah, like I have to look up who was originally put it out, but Grant Morrison was like came like in the 80s, 90s,
Yeah,
so it's a little bit before his time.
But like Graham, if you ever read Multiversity and everything with that, multiverse and everything like that, he created the book and everything that expand the idea of like Balzac, Calvin Ellis, like all these multiverse ideas and everything like that expanded the DC EU for DC universe and comic books for good. And what they when Ezra Miller and Grant Morrison pitched it, I know like they didn't like it, but now those ideas from Grant Morrison that Ezra Miller wanted to do are are merged into the Flash movie along with Flashpoint. So like it's not just Flashpoint, it's you can say it's a mixture of Grant Morrison's multiverse ideas, like Ezra Miller's and Grant Morrison's ideas of the multiverse, but also Flashpoint in the mix.
Right. And also,
Yeah.
you also think like
You have to read Multiversity if you want to. Like, I suggest reading Grant Morrison's Multiversity, suggesting to understand the lore a little bit towards like what you expect from those ideas that are getting that are in the Flash movie.
and I did want to because you guys brought up earlier about and has to do with Flash about Ben Affleck's fate as a character. And I'll say this, like I'm more so leaning that he's gonna get wiped in some way, but I'm also looking at it like this too, because there's gonna be a huge shift in how this timeline works. Because as soon when they casted the Zod and Fiora actors to have them come back, right? And I was thinking,
Yeah.
they're bringing them back to shoot new scenes because they're not using scenes from Man of Steel that they can easily just reuse again. I'm like, yeah, they're gonna twist some events. Like, I do not think Zod's gonna die this time. And if Zod doesn't die, that changes a lot of things.
I also think
Or they may stop.
BVS is also gonna change. Like the fate,
Yeah.
like there's gonna be some changes, and also like I don't think you probably won't have Doomsday. You probably won't have Doomsday in BVS.
It's just basically it's the opposite of Endgame, because you know how in Endgame you go in the past, it doesn't affect the future. This will affect everything.
I think it's going to be like Rebirth. They're just going to merge
Yeah,
everything.
Rebirth. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be Rebirth. And I think we won't have the Justice League. This is what I think. At the end of the movie, certain movies will be wiped out, like Justice League 2017. You'll have Birds of Prey probably, and Wonder Woman 1984. Certain ones like certain specific ones, and there's gonna be certain changes within certain movie. So like instead of Ben Affleck, as the Batman BVS, it was Michael Keaton in BVS, and you're gonna have Batman '89 and I think it's Batman Returns in the main continuity. Like that's gonna be in the DCU now.
It's possible.
Well, because like I would I guess like it kind of I would be fine with it. Like it's how they do it. I think like the Flash movies could be fine. I feel like the reason why it gets so much hate is because
Not anymore.
not anymore. Not anymore.
Listen, my concern with the Flash movie is it can still be a very good movie, a great movie, but what's gonna happen with the DCEU afterwards is what I'm concerned about. Like it can still be a great movie, the best of the DCEU, but the movies afterwards, the story afterwards, like it's gotta you gotta do something afterwards.
Supposedly, I don't know if this is true or not, but like this is like a mini crisis, if you can say
Yeah.
a mini crisis. That this movie is a startup that's gonna be a lead up to Crisis, the movie version of Crisis on Infinite Earths. So like they are building to Crisis on Infinite Earths on the movie side. Um, for real this time, not that one on TV and stuff like that. That's non-existent to me. But like, that's what they're building to. Jim Lee teased this. He had like a mural and stuff like that. He kind of teased it in DC fandom last year that they are leading into Crisis on Infinite Earths in the DCEU. It's I don't know how long wait it's gonna be. Probably at least 5 or 6 years, I guess I have to say. But that's where they're leading to. That like if you know the story, you're gonna have like the anti-monitor and everything like that, and like that's gonna be very interesting, exciting how they do it.
Yeah. So yeah, one day. So I'm gonna end it here, guys. It's been a long stream, almost almost 3 hours.
Did you
hours.
explain why Robert Pattinson is your best Batman?
Yeah, we kind of did. You want to go Arkham before you end it?
Oh,
Because I need to end it. It's been a long stream.
Robert Pattinson is the best Batman. I liked him. I liked his interpretation. He was my I liked in the movie where he says no guns, no killing. It makes me happy as a Batman fan. I'm sorry, I just as a Batman fan, I'm very critical, and it just makes me happy that I have a Batman that I've always wanted.
So yeah, thank you for that, Arkham. So yeah, I'm gonna end it here, guys. This has been a long stream, but a good stream overall. If my streams, that's a good thing. When you have a fun stream, it goes long. It makes it all worthwhile. But yeah, so thank you for all coming on. Plug your stuff. We'll go from George, then Umbrella, then yeah, we'll go George.
Okay, so you can find me at Just George. So I've been doing the Batman review series. So I recently did the Batman and Batman Returns, and tomorrow I'm going to be talking about Batman Forever, and then next weekend Batman and Robin, and then I'll do some Marvel stuff leading up to Doctor Strange 2. So yeah, just check me out, Just George. I'll put the link in the chat.
Umbrella, you there? You there, Umbrella? Go Arkham.
You can find me at Arkham Gaming at YouTube, and you can find me at Arkham Gaming on Twitter.
All right.
I do like DC content, Batman. I do like a lot of like cool stuff over there.
All right. K-Dot?
You guys find my SJK Sanctum. I'll be on Masters King Entertainment stream tonight. I won't be doing anything later today. Maybe I might do some content. I don't know, but just be chilling until Masters King stream.
Yeah, I read you might do a Boys video, right? A reaction to the Boys trailer. Yeah, because season 3, this trailer came out, everybody. Just to let you know, Boys trailer for season 3 just came out today, and you got Jensen Ackles in it. And Carl Urban has superpowers. Oh yeah, so now for me, I don't know what my next video is going to be. Either Monday, well, definitely Tuesday, but I might do something Monday. I might do a stream, but it could possibly be a video of a fan casting for future characters in the Batman universe, the Matt Reeves universe. I already have two all set up, but I'll do the rest, and that may not be done by Monday or Tuesday, but it'll definitely get done sometime. So be on the lookout for that. So yeah, with that, follow everybody here. Like, share, subscribe, and comment below. Blind Bro, you're back. Go plug yourself.
Oh yeah, you can find me on Twitter, Blinded Braille, and my YouTube channel. Right now, I'm doing stuff with the Geek Getaway with Tony, and I do their thumbnails and post some videos there. So go check that out at the Geek Getaway on YouTube. And that's it.
Go check them out. So yeah, once again, like, share, subscribe, comment below, and follow these people. With that, in order, the AW and everybody on here are out. Take care, guys.
Take care.
See ya.